or something, but they're just a cool way that these guys light things. And the whole cabin is covered from roof to toe. So let's just flip through here.
It's just a frozen ooze.
Yeah, and it's mimic teeth. Alright, I'm going to bring it over to the regional map.
Oh, good, because you're like over here to the north. I'm like, where?
The regional map first. For some reason, mine is not changing. I'm going to refresh and see what happens.
Ours has changed.
Okay, good. This is just mine not updating. Sweet. This is just to show you where on the overall map you are versus where you've come from. Get that, I'll point out some things happened.
I'm still Effie from the block.
Yeah. Alright, so here we are. So day 9 was yesterday. So the circle in between day 9 and day 10, that was your campsite in the cave. And then you've travelled across, and nearing the end of the day, you've reached out to the Tilson. So it's not much, but that. So it's been 10 days on the road now since Bastion. Of course, the short campaign.
Is it for anybody else?
Sorry?
Am I cutting out for anybody else, or is it just Fizz?
Oh, you were then. You were kind of trailing away. I think you might have been leaning away from your mic or something.
Yeah, it's like you were fading in and out.
Tonight's so good.
I heard everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Weird, man. Must be the internet down south. We don't have it up here.
I can't hear him now, though.
He's not.
So I'm not talking.
Doesn't mean I should be able to hear you.
Alright. Is this any better? Like,
I mean, yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, also good, true.
It just seems like when you start talking about 3-4 seconds in, it goes quiet, and then it comes back 4 seconds later, and then it goes away, and it's like ebbs and flows.
It just could be the volume I'm speaking at, really. I'm using the webcam mic, so we'll see how we go. Do my best. Try and get into a flow. So yeah, you guys, we don't need to go through the whole thing now. So yeah, we're back up here around day 9, day 10. You come into Zazatilson here. Obviously, your destination eventually is Northern Icewall up here. To find the minerals that you need. We know that you've struck a bargain with a dragon to deal with a necromancer here at Malachai's Rest in order to gain access to its hoard where this ore that you're chasing is going to be. And so you've still probably got, like, you're probably about halfway through, maybe 2/3 of the way through the mountain pass, so it'll be another day or two's travel out of here to get into open ground again. But for now, we are in the town of Zazatilson. The town that Akak explains, or he gave you a bit of the history on the way in, is mostly made up of native kobolds that worship a deity known as Akanthanak, who is also known as the Blizzard of Woe, which is the name that the dragon that you met gave you. When you arrive in the town, you can see up on the hill as you're passing the forge. So we're kind of getting into here. I've just moved to token there. You can see up on the hill in the center of town. So this main path sort of slopes upwards as it heads north. And you can see a giant statue in the middle of town, and it is not of a white dragon, but of a white dragonborn with wings. So that's the thing. So as you're getting into the town, you'll notice that the ground is mostly covered in a sheen of sort of like soft, compact snow, which is confusing considering you're inside a mountain. But then there are also paved pathways, like cobblestone pathways, paved the way through. So here, the first building that you come across is the forge on your right. Okay, points that out as Ferric's Forge, the local the local forge master, is named Filbus Ferric, and he runs the forge. He lets you know that Filbus can be a little bit cranky. He lost his leg some years ago. He's never been quite as jovial as he once was since that happened. To the left, as you're moving up through this way, he'll point out some of the local farms. You can see that they're producing a kind of a weed-like thing. It's like a low shrub that bears like a it's like got a whole. It's really leafy, and the leaves are like real big. They're kind of blue tinged, which is strange. And you'll notice that one of the farms is looking like the southern one is looking a little bit lackluster compared to the one further north. It seems to be some kind of crop that they're growing. You're not sure at this stage what it's used for. Akak will give you a quick rundown from here before we go moving through the rest of the town, basically of what's around. We'll let you know that the general goods store is just on the ridge above the forge. It's run by a bugbear named Galan Gothag. Further north, beyond that, up on the left-hand side, you have the Frozen Worm. That's the local tavern and inn. You'll be able to find lodgings there. Beyond that is the Monument Square, the monument to Akanthanac. There's North Watch Tower, which is just north of the Frozen Worm. It has got a nameplate on it, but that's sort of like the main watchtower for the northern entrance. The reason that, and he explains the reason there isn't a watchtower to the south is that this passageway is actually covered by an illusion, and the only reason you guys were able to see it is because he was with you.
It's like the Bat Cave.
Yeah, like, but the other side is too big to hide with such an illusion. If asked about where the illusion comes from, he'll reveal that the priests from the Temple of Akanthanac deal with that. And each villager carries a totem, and he'll show you this little like ice crystal carved in the shape of this statue that the statue of Akanthanac. He'll also mention King's Home, which is up on the highest part, like it goes up several levels up to there. Generally, you're not getting in there without a prearranged, appointment with the king. And so he says that the king will want to hear of what you've done and will definitely want to meet you, but it will take him until at least tomorrow to arrange an audience. So in the meantime, he says he's going to head off to do that, and you guys are free to explore the town. And he'll walk with you up to the tavern at least, so that the townspeople see that you're with a local. But otherwise, it's up to you guys. If you'd like to explore the town, go and meet some of the townsfolk and get yourself some rooms at the inn. And yeah, he'll arrange a meeting with the king for tomorrow. So what would you guys like to do? What would you like to check out? Would you like to talk to anyone?
I am keen on Ferric's Forge myself.
I want to. Are we staying here tonight?
Is that a in-character question or a question to the DM?
Yeah, definitely an in-character.
Okay, yeah.
Hang on. DM, are we staying here tonight?
I'm changing my in-character name to DM.
That makes sense.
Just to add a layer of confusion.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm changing my name to I.
No. Yeah, I mean, I think we're staying here tonight. We're supposed to see the king. I don't remember what purpose.
Well, I think he was really happy we killed the rock. And
we will be heroes here.
Yeah, I actually think Akak actually has a whole heap of the rock that we can cook. So maybe we could take that to the tavern, let them know we killed the rock. Maybe we could have some drinks with the locals, enjoy some cooked rock. I'm literally trying to get Jeff to do a rock pun, but can you smell how the rock is cooking? But yeah, I think it'd be nice if we
Force chaos, man.
went and met the local townsfolk. That's what I want to do right now. I would love to. Okay.
You want to do the local
Once we get
townsfolk.
rooms, maybe we can come back to the forge.
I suppose so. I've just got to pick up a couple of things. I suppose so. I've only got to pick up a couple of handy things.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's find somewhere to sleep tonight, I suppose.
Yes, to the inn, indeed.
Alright. Well then, if you're heading to the inn first, so as you head up, you pass the forge and you can see that everyone seems to be outside in the yard working at the moment. There are 3 kobolds. One of them seems to be older. He's up the back corner by the forge itself, and he's sitting in a chair that has like armor plates all over it and wheels attached. And he's sitting there tinkering away with something at the side of the forge, and he's got 2 smaller, younger kobold males that seem to be running around. Like he'll be, he barks commands at them, and they run off and scurry off and do the things. They seem to be mostly doing the kind of work that, like, the back and forth kind of stuff, so he doesn't have to move as much.
I'd really like to see what he's building.
Make a perception check. See if you can see it from here.
Okay. That is a 22?
22, yeah, alright. So from here, and with your familiarity of forging and stuff, you can see that at the moment, it just appears to be processing ore into ingots. And from here, the colour of the flames that are coming from the forge and whatnot, you can make out that it might be copper that he's working on, because there's some green tinge to some of the flames that lick out, things like that. So he appears to be forging copper ingots at the moment. Then, as you guys moving up on the left, you'll see the more fallow of the 2 fields, and there are 2 kobolds and a dwarf in there. The dwarf is a sort of middle-aged, I suppose, male with a long red beard, and you've got 2 kobolds of indeterminate age and gender, dressed in just basic farmhand clothes. And
Excuse my ignorance. What is middle age for a dwarf?
Several hundred years old, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sweet. And they appear to be like they're working the fields, but they all appear to be somewhat stressed. Like the fields aren't doing too well. Whereas next door, you see a pair of elderly gnomes, sort of like looking out over a bumper crop and just like chatting with each other. But they also spare glances over towards the other farm, and it looks like they're talking and nodding to each other and whatnot. So that's the farms. As you pass up between those, there's another house on the left, and this is a larger building than most of the other ones. So it's more the size of the store. Yes, that one there. And that appears, like, just glancing through the windows and seeing the comings and goings, that appears to be like a bunkhouse. So there's, and the locals are coming and going from there. So it appears to be like common, like communal college.
So, what's with the steering wheel on the roof?
It's a steering wheel on the roof?
I think that's a chimney, isn't it?
It's a weather vane.
I was going to say, that definitely wasn't me this time.
Yeah, it's a completely redundant weather vane because there's not a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weather vane with a little fan next to it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, well, actually, no. So this thing is it's like a metal pole, and then a crossbeam that comes out, and that what looks like a wheel is actually a disc. funnel disc cone kind of shape.
Parabolic.
You're not sure what its you're not sure what its purpose is. Let's say it looks kind of like I'm getting an image for you. Gonna be a random image.
I was about to start drawing a dick server and thought you were drawing a dick on the map.
Let's pop this into the game log. Like, Ralph, you have no idea what this thing does. But it looks... Oh, fuck, it's one of those. Hang on.
Tonight's going smashing.
Right?
Fat satellite.
Let's show this. Oh, it's still not working. It looks like a fucking satellite dish, okay? But you don't know what that is in game. And then off to the right, obviously you've got the general store that was pointed out by Akak earlier. He's already headed off, by the way, to go and meet with the king.
What is it with our guides?
Yeah,
What?
they keep leaving.
I mean,
And as I start talking to Ralph, I notice that I haven't done the this, and he's not staring properly where he should. So I put my clothes back on through the illusion, and slowly clothes a thick turtleneck fills up to the neck, full sleeve, and all right. Well, probably lucky I didn't.
Suddenly,
walk
Ralph's
into the
not looking
tavern
anymore.
Yeah, probably lucky I didn't walk into the tavern like that. That would have been interesting. But I think like our guide left. Do you want to go in first? Because Wallamir used to do this, and he used to kick the door in and then start yelling at everyone and saying stuff. And I don't think that was the right way, because he often killed a lot of people.
I
haven't
afraid
really
to
dealt
open
with
the door.
Do you think? Do you think I should?
I think we should
Yeah.
just go in.
Okay.
And
so she
as
walks
I
up
say
and,
that-
attempt to kick the door in.
As I say that, I'm just going to hang back behind Kadam. And just from last episode, we were having a bit of a chat, obviously, Mark. From what we've gathered, I'll just keep an eye on Kadam. I just want to see what he does.
sure.
We know he's sort of a bit sketchy now. We know that he's undead as such, so I'll just be keeping an eye on him for now.
Before we actually get to the tavern, I guess I know I said, go ahead and head it off, and then tangent. So he heads off and points out the tavern. Like, it's just there, you'll be right. And he continues off around the corner to go and arrange the audience with the king. Off to your right, here where the party token is now. You see the general goods store, and there is an adolescent bugbear sitting on the stoop. It's kind of off to the side. You should be over here. It's off to the side of the door. He seems to be dressed in, at this distance, like dark kind of clothes. And he's just like swinging his legs off the edge of the front deck, just sort of like looking down at the ground a little bit forlornly. The open area to your northeast is it's kind of like imagine a frozen lake, but everything around here is kind of frozen. It's just a bit where the snow's been cleared out. And there's a bunch of kids, like mostly kobolds, but there's a halfling girl and a small goblin child as well, sliding around on the ice like as if they were skating with just bare feet, and kicking a ball type thing back and forth between them. It doesn't feel like they're playing any kind of structured game. They're just laughing and having fun. Sitting up on the ridge overlooking them is an elderly dwarf couple. They appear to be sitting together and just enjoying the day and keeping an eye on the kids to make sure that they're not getting into any trouble or whatnot. outside of the Frozen Worm, which you would now be approaching. There are a bunch of townsfolk just sort of milling around, like they've just finished their day's work of whatever they're doing, and they're about to head inside as well. There's a few halflings and a couple of kobolds. Other than that, you can see off the north, much I've blocked it out for now. In that section, there's a bridge that heads across the frozen river that heads into another cavern. The river seems to run and flow through this cavern. You're not sure if it has ever actually flowed with how cold it is, but there's what looks like the river with a whole bunch of frozen water in it. And you can see along the pathway up towards King's Home that there are guards posted at regular intervals. And as you get up this way, you can also see on the rooftops, perched on the rooftops of King's Home, the temple, and also Northwatch Tower, several winged kobolds. They appear to be dressed in the garb of some kind of local militia, same as the guards up to King's Home. And so you're now stood out the front of the tavern. So would you like to go and kick the door in? Is that how we're doing this?
Well, yeah, that's. Are they saloon doors, or are they a hefty wooden door?
It's a rather hefty stone door, actually. Let's head across to the.
May I please use thaumaturgy? Look,
That's funny.
I like that.
Like, just dramatically open the door as we enter.
Oh, I thought it was when she tries to kick, the door opens and she trips in.
Oh, that's even better.
That's what I thought you were doing.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll get us across to the frozen worm.
You go to kick the door and your foot just sticks to the door and you just pull in with the door.
Let's grab you guys.
Isn't that a short rest or something? Or did we come straight here from the fight?
I think straight here from the fight.
Straight here.
It was pretty close. Yeah.
I seem to recall we were trying to move to get there before sundown.
Yeah, so I will, in that case, attempt to kick the door in.
Sure thing.
So I can do Wallamir's, hello, bitches. The Great Wallamir is here.
And I used thaumaturgy to open the door as he kicks it.
Nice one. I like it. I'm just finishing setting up the interior map for you. You just have to grab your tokens and then go and grab buckets. You need bucket as well, because bucket's still with you.
Okay.
Bucket.
Wait, is it really bucket?
I mean, I don't know.
Or
But
is it brill?
who knows? Who knows? Important question though: are you riding bucket or are you leading bucket right now?
Yeah, probably depends on the town. If they don't, I don't want to seem pompous, like riding in.
Yeah.
If it's okay to ride it, I would ride it. If it's if I got to look, I'd probably get off and walk it in.
The only kind of looks you might be getting are more curious than, oh my god, who's this guy think he is?
Yeah, then I would just keep riding it.
Yeah, cool. Alright, so you're riding bucket.
And I'm just gonna turn to Bucket and say, you're not actually named Tekka, are you?
Bucket doesn't understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Nor do I.
Alright, what I will say though, can I get everyone to make me a perception check, please? Actually, an insight check.
Insight? Okay.
Yeah.
I get advantage on insight. Is that conditional? I should check that that's conditional. What's the advantage? Oh, yeah, that's to tell specifically when someone's lying to me.
15.
Truth telling, so I don't get that advantage. Okay. 24.
All right, yeah. Taiji.
13.
Taiji, you'll be oblivious to this. Everyone else notices that, and Kadam, you feel this quite keenly, is that people are looking at everyone else they're looking at you with a mixture of confusion, awe, and a little bit of fear.
In that case, I'll try to break it up and say, "Hello! Good to see you all."
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. My persuasion is +0. Ooh.
Anyone that you speak to kind of like averts your gaze and just kind of turns away as you pass by.
Oh.
Sad elephant.
All right, so okay, have you guys seen the map? First
Yeah.
one. Yep, cool. So this is where you are. You've got people out front. There's another couple of people, a kobold and an elf, sitting on some crates out the front. Like this front section is open. Right, so they're archways. There's like archway here, one on either side, covered by similar roofing to the rest of the place, and yeah, that's the stone door there. As you guys approach, you're heading off to do that, and kind of at the same time, one of these kobolds heads over, approaches you, Ralph, on buckets as you're riding buckets back, and kind of just like gives a little wave. He's like, round the side there. There's a comfy spot for your horse if you'd like somewhere safe to put them. And he points you off to the left-hand side of the building. There's a trough and some hay, and there's actually a section under the tavern where you can put bucket in out of the cold. If you would like to.
You know, I kind of thought I was heading that way anyway because I've seen the hay approaching from the south.
Mm-hmm.
What's this thing here?
It's a well. It's just covered.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. That's all I'll say to him. And I'll walk over there to start to, I guess, board.
Yeah, sweet. So as you're doing that, and he'll scurry off, sort of like around the side. Looks like he's maybe popped in a side door to go and arrange something. Actually, no, he'll scurry up the same side and he'll go into the stable underneath and start preparing space. So just pop him over here. So then, as this is all going on, you guys are approaching the door, and you're attempting to kick it open, Effie, I believe.
No, they did say open it, so I'm just gonna open it.
Okay. Yep.
Well, actually, sorry, Elric, I will allow you to. I go to kick it open. I apologize for that. You got all ready for it.
Well, it's gonna get opened either way, and we're gonna enter, and they won't want to look at me by the sounds of it. So let's just roll with it. Let's just go with what we're doing. I believe we should be inside, so I'll go and join Effie if I may.
Well, so are you just opening the door normally, or are you booming the door open?
Oh,
I'll look at the door. Is it a door I can kick open?
No. It's very heavy.
Yeah, I just open it then.
We open the door and step inside. Inside the tavern has like cobbled floors again, but these ones are like square cut stone. The front room is kind of small. There's a small bar set against the back wall, and a fireplace and some shelves with goods and stuff on it. There's a few people sitting at the bar. There's a couple of kobolds and a seemingly human man sitting at the end of the bar. He's sort of keeping to himself, just nursing a drink. Doesn't even turn his head when the door opens, whereas everyone else does kind of look over. Behind the bar.
Do they have a piano that they can stop playing when I walk in, or are they not around yet?
I mean, they would, except, and you can see this up in the top left corner of the room, like there's some stairs ahead of you that go up to the mezzanine floor. You can see a large table that there are a few more people sitting at, and on the left-hand side from your perspective of that mezzanine floor, there is a piano, but it looks busted. So maybe someone would have been playing it if the piano was functional, but sadly it's not. The firelight warms the room nicely. Like, it's much warmer in here than it was outside. Like, the minute you step in, you can feel the warmth, and there's a nice glow in the place. There's a friendly looking Goliath man behind the bar who seems to be working on he's got a mixing bowl and a mixing spoon in hand. He's working on some kind of food. And then there's a crimson-haired dwarf woman, young woman working behind the bar. She's pouring drinks for the customers and talking. She has a generally friendly demeanour, and the guy seems warm.
Can I just say that if you zoom out and look at the dwarf lady, the 2 bits of white on her clothing look like eyes of Mr. Hanky.
Oh my god! Oh my god, they do too. No. And
I was just like, Mark, where are you going with this?
No. Zoom in, and that's
yeah.
It's a dwarf lass. They're wearing simple clothes. Simple tavern white clothes kind of thing. You can see also underneath the stairway there appears to be a kicked open hatch in the ground. And there's some light emanating from below there. You can see like a ladder leading down. As you enter, the two occupants at the bar sort of like look over at you and look back to their drinks, and the tavern keepers look over towards you, and the dwarf woman kind of cocks her head a little bit and then kind of catches herself and then smiles. She's like, welcome to the Frozen Worm. Do come in, but please close the door behind you. Keep the heat in for the patrons, yes?
That gives me a chance. I'll walk through the door, and then I'll close it behind me using thaumaturgy. How about that?
Perfect. Lovely. As you do that, everyone kind of jumps a little bit, at least the ones down in this room, except for the guy sitting at the end of the bar. He pays no mind.
Closed the door, was Taiji, because he said he was keeping a close eye on you, would he have followed, Jace?
That's funny.
Sorry, yes, I would follow in like a couple meters behind.
Alright, make me a dexterity saving throw. Taiji.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Lost Archives rating. Thank you. Welcome. How you doing? We are just entering the tavern in a kobold village dug into a mountain. It's a bit of fun.
13.
Yeah. Alright, so you managed to jump back just in time to stop the door from slamming you in the face, but it is in fact now separating you and the rest of your friends.
Instantly, Kadam gorges on the closest kobold and drinks their blood.
No. I will say though, Kadam. Sorry, you push the door open. Yeah, cool. So you do that. Make your way in, and you'll get similar tell. But again, bartender assumes that you're with these guys, so it's just like, come on, get in. There should be some room still up the top. If you'd like to take a seat, I'll be up in a second to see if you want anything to eat and drink. Make yourselves at home, please.
Thank you.
Excellent. I could go for a blue steak for some reason.
She looks at you and just sort of like her like outwardly friendly demeanor just sort of like, she just goes blank for a second and then catches them. So, okay. So blue steak. Most of our steaks are red. Would you like a red one?
Oh, that's a good one. Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, I'll bring it up. Can I bring drinks up for anyone?
Like a red steak. And
red steak. Yep.
And our friend Ak has we just killed like a big bird, and he has the food. He has the body parts, and maybe we might be able to get some of that to cook. Have you ever heard of a rock before?
You mean the rock?
No, the large bird, not the famous
Yeah.
Yes, the rocks, the rock that's been keeping us all stuck in town for like months. You guys killed it.
Oh yes, yes. Dove on top of it. It was quite fun.
Did you hear that, everyone? The rock's dead. And the whole room bursts into cheer.
Hey!
At which point, she fixes you with a grin. She's like, yes, Aka came by on his way to the king. We've already got the supplies into the kitchen. We'll bring yours up for you if you'd like to take a seat.
Oh.
You're honoured guests here. You'll be staying in and dining free of charge tonight. And everyone else in the town is just like raising their drinks towards you. Even you could even though some of them still kind of look away as they do it.
Yeah,
What can I say?
actually,
I'm dead my elephant in this situation.
I don't want to overstate this, but this one here actually landed the killing blow by diving off a cliff after the rock and falling. It must have been like 506 feet before hitting it with a crazy thunderstrike with his massive hammer. It was the most amazing thing I ever saw.
Oh,
He's a hero.
brag.
No, persuasion or performance with advantage, because that's a pretty epic tale.
I will do persuasion. And am I able to give myself guidance just to make sure we do better than that?
Sure, why not? Oh, not that you need to.
Always good to go one higher. We should
Right,
always strive to go
right.
one better. Listen, guys, there's no such thing as perfect. Always do
Yeah.
the very best.
With that, you see the townsfolk sort of like look back and forth between each other, and there's a little bit of murmuring, like the room goes quiet for a moment, and then they all just erupt in another cheer, raising their drinks, and this time all towards Kadam. It seems, at least for these people in the tavern right now, you've alleviated any concerns they might have had about his outward appearance.
Let's all hoist him above our heads, like the hero he is.
And so this one kobold that's sitting in the middle, he like runs over, or kind of staggers over, he's already quite drunk, and just like wraps his arms around Kadam's left leg and starts
I'm
trying
gonna go
to
the
lift.
right leg. I'm gonna try and help. I don't think I'll be able to do it, but I'm gonna try and help.
All right, you can give the help action, and this guy's going to make a strength check with advantage for your help action.
Yay! And I say, lift with your back in a twisting motion, and I give the anti-help action.
Okay, well,
Back is the strongest bone in the body.
Kadam, as this creature's trying to lift you, you can feel that he's trying to lift with all of his might, and it's just not going. Like you barely feel any lift on your foot at all.
Can I just get up on my other toe just a bit and pretend he's lifting me a bit?
Absolutely. Yeah, and he's like,
Can I just whisper into his big elephant ear, blow your whistle, bitch?
oh.
Yeah, I'll pull out my whistle with my trunk and hold it up to my mouth. And...
All right, and you immediately
Blow your whistle,
gain.
bitch.
And you immediately start to hover off the ground just high enough so that it appears that the kobold's actually lifting up. And he's looking, and he's like, his eyes go like super wide, and he's looking up at you, and he's looking around. He's like, "I did it! I did it! I did it!
And
Upstairs? This guy."
look, it's all you. It's all you. And I stand back and I'm not holding him anymore. It's all him.
And then he goes to he shifts his grip a little bit, gets underneath you, and puts one tiny hand under each of your feet, and starts to walk you towards the stairs.
I'm gonna keep blowing on this poor guy's head.
I want
I'll just carefully say I wouldn't suggest that.
Taiji, can I just put him back
I
outside
can't,
the
I'm
room and
blowing
have
a whistle.
Taiji walk into the room right now and see the elephant
Yeah.
carry up the
I
stairs
love
by
it.
the kobold with one
Yeah,
hand?
yeah. And the coach is like, "It's all right. Elo got you. He said, let's go upstairs. Let's go. And he's like already at the bottom of the stairs with you, or like trying to be. So are you following him along as he's moving?
And I just say, don't put him down. Just keep holding him like that. Show everyone. And I stare at Elric to see how long. I stare at Kadam to see how long he can hold his breath for while blowing the whistle.
It's a minute, isn't it? I seem to recall the whistle says.
Blood squash kobold.
I think it'll say either a number of rounds or a number of minutes equal to something.
A number of rounds equal to 5 plus 5 times my constitution modifier.
Alright, your constitution modifier is what?
Is 4,
So,
sorry.
4, so 20 plus 5, so 25 rounds, 6, about 20, 100, it's about a minute and a half.
Right, so hopefully that's long enough for him to get me up the stairs in his mind. And then hopefully I can drift off him as I run out of breath instead of just, landing, because I don't want to squish someone when I've just come into town.
Not only will he be able to get you up the stairs, alright, but let's get both of you. He is going to run you up the stairs, stop for a second and be like, to the others at the table, he's going to be like, look, I'm carrying this big giant guy. And then run over to here with you and hold you up in front of the whole bar, and everyone's going to cheer. That's how far he gets in like, one round. Right, he's just because he's moving at his normal speed, right? So that takes like all of 6 seconds. So just runs you up and like, ah. So yeah, you're free to do it all from there.
Still got 24 rounds? Or 23, or?
No, like 15.
That's still a fair bit. Okay.
Yeah.
I was worried.
But that's like keeping in mind that will pass very quickly as you start to role play. Like that's in that moment. That's how far you could move and do that. But yeah, so that time is ticking.
This might be I can't just say put me down because I'm whistling.
I say, hold him up with one finger.
And he does.
Hey. And then
everyone's cheering.
Hey, I've got it. As he goes up to one finger, I am going to fly up 2 feet and then down on the ground, so it looks like he's accidentally launched me.
Oh yeah, nice. All right, make me a performance check.
Performance is another +0 because I'm charisma 3.
3. So as you land, you find a loose tile, a loose stone, and you trip. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, okay. Oh god, I'm a low roller this game. Sick.
You fall directly towards him. I'm gonna make a dex save for him.
Oh no.
And he quickly scurries out of the way and he's like, oh. And you go boom, flat on your trunk in front of him. And he's like, oh, sorry about that. I mustn't know my own strength.
Yes, that's what I was. Yeah, as soon as I'm able, I'm gonna say, "You don't know your own strength, powerful young man."
Thanks. Well, that was fun. I'm gonna go back to the bar now. And he then staggers back down the bar on the stairs, passes Taiji, and like he's not moving anywhere near as quickly as he did before because the drunk has kicked back in, But like in that moment of adrenaline while he was lifting this giant elephant.
I'm just gonna dust myself off, stand up, and say, "How is everyone?"
At this point, Fizz, it's probably been long enough now that you could have finished securing bucket and headed inside if you like.
Yeah. So, is it clean? Like.
Yeah.
Is it secure?
Yeah, there's places where you can tie her up, and it's got a lockable gun. And the guy inside ensures you.
Cut out.
So the it's clean. It's got places to tie her. It's got like lockable gates. That the attendant guy lets you know is they get locked overnight for safety of the animals. And,
I love this. It's like a car check-in point. So you're literally going up there, they're handing you your coat rack number.
Yeah, kind of. And even to the point of like, yeah, he goes into the stables and starts fishing through a barrel somewhere and comes back with a little carved wooden chip, with a what languages do you speak, Ralph?
Common.
Just common. All right. So it's got a. It looks like some kind of ladder, but it's in a language you don't speak. And he hands it to him. And he says, "And this will you take this to Robert inside, the big tall grey guy, and he'll add that to your tab, and you keep hold of the token, and you bring that to me. He'll mark it that it's been paid, and you can take the horse out once you hand it. Okay.
Sure. I'm going to take the saddlebags off a bucket and carry them
Sure.
in.
Yeah, no problem. He'll say it's hang on, let me just check something. Minutes over here. It's one silver. Just so you know, like you don't have, if you don't want to pay, you don't have to leave from there. One silver to pay inside. Okay.
I'm sorry. What was that?
1 silver to lodge your horse for a night. That covers all food, safety, security, water, all the things.
Didn't you say I was gonna go have this punched, and I'd pay them, right?
Yeah.
You want money now here?
No. I'm telling you that's how much you have to pay him.
Oh, okay. I thought he was trying to get more out of me.
No. He was just letting you know the amount right before you confirmed the sale.
Yep. Yeah. No problem. Okay. Yeah, I'll come back in.
Yeah, and as you're heading off, you can see he goes over the bucket, kind of, like gently at first, make sure he doesn't spook her, and he's just giving her a gentle brush, and he looks like he's attentive and, actually cares about the animal. So, yeah, seems like Bucket's pretty, going to be pretty comfy and safe there.
Yeah, I trust Bucket can protect herself.
Yeah, especially from most of these little guys.
Yeah, Bucket just leveled up. Again.
You mean Tekub?
So I guess pushing in the stone door, you guys see me completely like overburdened with the entire party's stuff.
Hang on, I'll help. And I run over to try and take some of the stuff off you. And then I turn to the chick at the bar.
Where's our room?
I'm about to. Apparently we get to stay for free.
You had one job.
I'm doing it. I haven't been able to speak since I came in, and there was a celebration. A kobold picked up. Hang on.
He had 2 jobs. He also
And
introduced me to the crowd.
I'm gonna turn to the lady and say, I just need to make sure. Did the kobold just pick up the big guy, or was that in my imagination?
I mean, sort of looked like to me, huh?
Yeah. So Kadum got picked up by a kobold, so they've gone off to a room together. No, just kidding. But apparently we've got a free room, so there's 8 of us staying here.
8? It does. It only looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 of you.
Well, we came here with 8.
What?
There's Kadum, Bucket, myself, Ralph, Taiji, Akak, and Wallamir. 8.
She looks around. She's like, "Well, Akak has his own place, so I'm sure he'll come back tonight before, like, once he's spoken with the king. But yeah, he doesn't stay at the tavern. I can see your elephant friend. That's 1, and you. That's 2, and your human friend that's just walked in." And she kind of looks Ralph up and down for a minute.
He's Oh wait, hang on. Are you taken?
Wait, look me up and down for what?
Yeah. Are you married?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
assumed you had a wife.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
no.
so-
Feel free to look him up and down.
Guys, it's just no. But, so your human friend, that's 3, and your rogue friend over there, that's 4, and so who's Bucket and who's Wallamir and Taiji? Taiji's the rogue one, right?
I'll hold the token up for Bucket.
It's Bucket the horse. Okay. Yeah.
The worst, yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about the silver. For the lodging, that's we've been told what you did. You're awesome. You guys are stay here for free. For tonight. So don't worry about that. But do keep hold of the token. If you'd like to pass it over to Walbert, he'll stamp it for you, and you can see Walbert sort of like looks up from mixing whatever he's been mixing. And so, oh, yeah, yeah, just bring it over here, and I'll mark it for you. That's fine.
I want to be cautious
I'm just gonna
about anybody reaching their hands into any of these saddlebags that I'm carrying.
Sure.
Good sir, I know you said not to worry about the silver, but let me tip you 50. And I'm gonna tip him 50 silver.
So you're gonna drop that down on his head from the mezzanine, or you're gonna come back down?
What do you mean from the mezzanine?
You're up on the mezzanine floor.
Oh,
You were
You can carry
flying
it up
remember?
there. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I can't do that, can I?
No, but you can certainly tip. He looks up. He's like, tip? Sure. There's a little bowl on the bar down here if you wanna put it in there.
I'm gonna make my way down. Probably not
Yeah.
running, so it's
So-
gonna be some time.
And in fact, the dwarf will then the dwarf bartender woman will look to you, Ralph, just addressing that. Where is it? And she's like, as far as the rooms go, they're underneath us, and she points to the hatch under the stairs.
Thank you.
Oh. Excellent. And I'm going to grab some of the bags to help carry.
Yeah.
And I say, and when we come back out, you can talk to your friend. That guy over there appears to be human. Do you guys
who?
know each other? And I point at the guy at the end of the bar.
So there's a guy at the end of the bar, Fizz.
Yeah, I see him now.
Yeah. So he's
Yeah, he's human.
he sort of glances over as you say this and sort of like side eyes, but from behind a pair of dark goggle kind of things he's got wrapped around his face. He's got like a wide brimmed hat curled up at the sides. He's wearing what appears to be like tundra trekking gear with some really fancy boots and a couple of revolvers on either hip. He really appears to just like his head down, brim of the hat's covering. It's covering. Yeah, a lot like that. Mod.
We need to kill him and steal his hat. Murder hobo.
And yeah, he looks over, but then just
It's
there
high
a-
noon.
roll me perception check, Ralph.
Is there a way to like salute him? Like I want to see his face to see who he is. Is it like a mannerism or you know what I mean? To say like take your fucking goggles off, show me your face. But in a nice way. Sorry, you wanted a perception.
Yeah, I did.
10.
What are you trying to get with this insight, Effie?
I wanted to know if all humans know each other.
Of course they do.
Awesome.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, like,
Did Ralph react like he knew the guy?
no. He reacted like he's trying to figure out who the guy is. All right, so Ralph, with that, there's something vaguely familiar about him, but you're not really sure. Maybe it's in the way he holds himself. As far as a gesture like that goes, like, I don't know, is there a gesture like that you're aware of in?
Just the the knights raising the fucking hood to see each other, right? That's where salute comes
yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if
my
that's
man.
a
medieval
thing. Like,
history. I love
All
it.
right, like you could I imagine being a knight, you would have a version of that would maybe be specific to your
you know what? I'm
your
just putting my
class.
finger like under my eye, like I'm raising goggles, so I
Yeah.
can. I'm kind of like motioning to him, lift your goggles so I can see you.
Yeah, he kind of again you see his head tilt to the side, but he just again looks straight back at his drink, doesn't seem to respond.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a very very much an air of he wants to be left alone.
I don't want to move now because it might provoke an opportunity attack. No, I'm just kidding.
Can I use a persuasive finger flick of my cheek?
I think at this point, like he's staring straight down into his drink. You have to do something auditory or go over to him to catch his attention again.
I'm going to drop these off.
No, I meant that's all good. All right.
Oh, what did you mean?
I'm going downstairs.
Okay.
I meant when I did it. Not that I was doing it again.
Oh, okay. I Mark, can you stop doing that, please? It's distracting me. Thank you. I just don't see what would the difference be between that and what you said you did in the first place.
I think he was saying, can I roll
I'll
this
roll.
way?
That would be the difference. Is how well I did it. You know, like we rolled to see how well Elric like booty jumped off somebody's finger.
Yeah, cool.
Right?
Give me fucking persuasion then. Thanks.
That's all it was a roll.
That's a good roll.
It's a good roll. You should acknowledge you.
Still the same thing though.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
So now I know he's specifically ignoring me.
So at this point, I probably
don't know why.
Yeah.
At this point, I probably would have made it to the bar and made my tip. I don't know if I said, but 50 silver.
Yeah. And yeah, the Robert will, wide-eyed and the dwarf bartender as well a little bit. Just not both just nod and Robert like, "Are you sure? That's a lot of money."
That is a lot of money. I don't have that much money.
Of course. You've given us the greatest of hospitality in this place.
I'm just shaking my head and going downstairs.
Yeah, fair. And so yeah, they'll thank you and bring you drinks and food and what you want.
Could I also get a black pudding?
They look at you really confused for a moment. We'll come back to that. So Ralph, Effie, you're both heading downstairs. Is that
I'm
correct?
helping carry stuff.
Yeah, cool. So when you get downstairs, yeah, like the ladder leads down to what appears to be their hewn stone cabins. Like it's not work stone like the stuff up above. It's just been carved out of the ground. And there are support beams and structures and stuff in there. It's like it leads down to a small antechamber. And there are 3 doors that split off. I don't have a map for this. I'm just describing. There are 3 doors that split off, one either side, and one heads. Yeah, there'd be 2 either side, and one that heads away from the ladder. 2 of the doors are locked shut, but the one that leads away from the ladder is open, and you can see beyond that a series of there's a passage with a series of doors that go off to the left and right, and the doors are again carved out of the stone, but then they've had actual frames embedded in them, and they're sturdy looking wooden lockable doors, and like each one that's vacant has got the key just slid into the door on the outside, so you can take the key to the room that you want and let yourself in. So there are enough rooms for everybody to have their own room.
Yay.
Are there any that aren't vacant where the key's missing?
There are probably, let's see, just checking. Yeah, there's, make a perception check actually.
13.
Yeah. You notice one at the far end of the corridor that doesn't have a key in it. And there are probably 8 rooms all up.
Is there one like across from that room?
Certainly is.
That's the one I'd like to take.
No problem. Does everyone want to take their own? Like, the rooms are big enough to probably accommodate 2 people comfortably. You can all squeeze into one room. You can each take your own, or you can take 2 rooms. Whatever you prefer to do.
Gadam will take what he's given.
Yeah, cool.
I'll be like, I'll go with Gadam.
All right, so you guys are still upstairs. Yeah, so it's just because it's just Effie and Ralph counselors. So you guys can pick your rooms as you like at the moment.
Yeah, I go and I grab a room and I go in and put the stuff in Ralph's room and say, "There you go, all the stuff." And I'm going to open up some of the saddlebags and look in.
Thank you.
I actually have no idea what's in there.
It's literally just gold and platinum and like it's just coins mostly.
Do you have any of the ones Kadam had? Because I've got the gold ones. I don't have the silver ones.
What do you mean?
Look
Here.
to find some silver.
Yeah. Take some. Take a handful.
Oh, cool. I just grabbed like 5, 10 silver. It's like, very cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna just lay down for the night.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, you can watch this stuff. I want to go.
And that's basically what it is. Somebody has to watch it.
Yeah. No, I understand that. This stuff's very precious to a lot of people, and like, I've got mine, and I just like hold up a sack of gold only. There's more gold in the deck of cards, but this is, I guess, my pocket money. But
so I want to like insight check her because I feel like if she was actually a good part of the team, we could trust her to put the money in the deck of cards. That'd be a much safer place.
Yeah, cool. Go ahead and roll an insight check. And Mod, do you want to just message me and let me know if that's something that Effie would be trustworthy for or not? Or just roll.
I'll roll persuasion, I guess, or
persuasion or deception, whatever, and like just roll it to me, just so.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I mean, even rolls, but you're being pretty open. Like, Ralph, you do get the impression that you can trust Effie with that kind of thing. She seems to have been nothing but helpful so far, and she seems honest in this moment.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a moment and go over that. These are worth more than these. These are worth more than these.
Listen, I've got these ones.
We should only ever spend like this much a day, like 1 gold. That's way more than the whole party would need in a day.
What are these ones called? And I take out a little bag of like gold and silver ones, which are gold and platinum ones, which are electrum. What are these ones? Are these ones worthless?
Those are called Brunos.
Brunos. I like that. That's really cool.
I have no idea.
Is this like the? Is this like?
That's canon.
There's a guy in the. There's a guy in the letter. There's a guy in the letter. Hang on a sec.
And the face printed on the back of the coin is a rendition of a really regal-looking fellow, square jaw, like close-cropped, greying hair, clean-shaven. And it is a depiction of. Like, if you asked anyone who that was, they would tell you it's Lord Bruno Sternsorrow.
I'm gonna actually do something. I meant to do this. Do you want to see something cool? And I'm just like, okay. I take out the Bruno and I hold it up, and I start. I'm going to sit down on the bed and just cross my legs and start like meditating. And I take out a crystal ball.
I'm gonna go lay on the other bed.
Now I just go, all right, so hang on a second. And I just need a few minutes to rest, and hopefully this will work. And I'm going to cast the scrying spell on the Bruno coin and on this Lord Stormthrower, because I was like, I wanted to know this last time when we were doing the letter, but then we got attacked.
Oh, interesting. All right, so you're scrying for Lord Stormthrower.
What did the letter say again? It was that he's found
Lord Stormthrower's fears have been realised.
Yeah. And I was like, I have no idea who this person is. This is
Okay. Yep.
the big letter that means nothing to me. So for context, I'm looking in to see who this dude is, to see if he's a torturer or some shit. And
No, I would
land.
try to tell you before you went into all that, like what I would know.
Yeah, so he's well, if you're gonna, I'm like, so we heard about him in the letter. So he's a lord,
like a king or lord, yeah.
a king or a lord. Is
And
he with scrying? You'd see. Well, maybe we can see his fears have been realized. Do you reckon he's just sitting in a castle somewhere?
Who's in a bubble bath? You're about to, like,
Yeah, just in a jacuzzi. Got money. Do you think they're just sitting around counting money and maybe kicking a small child or a puppy? Like, do we want to help this person?
From
Is he
what
a
I
good
hear, he's
person?
fighting the. Help me out, GM.
He's fighting the Empire.
Alliance.
The Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be fighting against the Empire.
From what I remember, he's fighting the Empire.
All right. Okay. I'll tell you, I'm gonna roll a die and decide. 11 or more, I'm casting scrying to find out more.
So that money might be useless in the Empire.
Yeah. So 7. No. That's sufficient information. So like, yeah. Well, I guess I was gonna cast scrying, but and I take out the deck of cards and throw the crystal into it, and like just like, yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. So apparently he's a king, and they've got coins of him, and it's worthless money. And she takes the electrum and just throws it on the floor.
It's not worthless. It's
The Bruno.
worth something here and there.
Oh, okay. I pick it back up again.
So you guys are having this conversation, figuring out the money and all that kind of stuff. So back above ground.
Just quickly, did we end up with me throwing the saddlebags and that into the cards? So it's all protected or not?
You know, I don't know. Like I trust you. Now it's a matter of trusting the magic. I think I just wanted to know for myself if you're trustworthy. You know, without asking you, hey, are you gonna steal this?
Yeah, no,
It's
you can
more,
wait a
more
while.
just a check for me, and I think I'll wait a while.
Yeah. To be fair,
maybe
Rimalaw is dead, and all that stuff.
All right. So are you guys? So Fizz Ralph is staying downstairs to start a rest, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Effie, are you gonna? Sorry.
I have one thing to do, where I need to go back upstairs and talk to the hostess.
So you are gonna head back up after you finish chatting with Ralph. So we'll head back upstairs. I'll have you come in a bit. Let's
Yeah, that's right.
give you that. So Taiji and Kadam, you're both still upstairs. The townspeople are, you know, sort of, they go back to their own conversations or whatever. But you do both keep getting, like, you know, glances, not like out of place glances. Like they're just like, you know. I think you get the impression that any of them would be happy to talk to you if you wanted to say hello. So you're at the bar, Kadam. You've given the tip over. They've gone and secured that away. They've brought you a seared rock steak. And when I say seared, I mean like literally just sealed. You did say blue. And then they also, what would you guys prefer to drink? Mead or stout or cider or bitter? They're your options.
Well, I don't drink, so...
Yeah, called you eat.
No.
So they'll try and bring you food and drinks.
I'll just be like...
Probably have water. He's a cleric too.
Okay, so water and your seared steaks, no problem. Yeah, did you guys want to
Mainly
talk?
at the moment, I'm going to come down wherever Kadam sits to eat. Are you sitting at the end of the bar? Are you just going to stay there?
When he approaches, I'm already in the process of talking to the waitress about how to make a black pudding.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I'm struggling to understand why you would want to cook one of those things and eat it. They're horrible.
Oh, it's a delicacy where I come from. It's
You
delicious.
guys eat black pudding.
It's wonderful. You should try it.
Mm.
It's quite refreshing.
No, thank you. Not
And the
at
birthplace of the
all.
modern sausage.
I love it. Like, to me, I didn't realize it was because of the blood stuff. I thought she had a problem with colors because she didn't like blue steaks or black puddings, or I was like, colorist. It doesn't
Oi!
like.
Hey,
Thanks
let's
for the
roll
raid,
for
guys.
Gigantic. Thanks for joining us. Welcome. We are currently in the middle of a tavern in a tiny little village populated mostly by kobolds in a frozen mountain. So it's a bit of fun. I suppose just getting to know some of the townspeople. Welcome. Please enjoy. Also, we will be taking a short break in maybe 15, 20 minutes, depending on what's going on. But we may as well just roll straight through because we actually started a bit late, so see how everyone's feeling. But we've got a few more things to do first. So thank you for joining us, Raiders. Very, very appreciative. So back to it. The bartender, she just like, again, tilts her head and she's like, how does it not, what's the word I'm looking for? How does it not dissolve your stomach?
Or whatever do you mean?
Roll me a nature check. And she's just looking at you incredulously. Like, how could you not know what she's talking about?
10?
I'm loving this, by the way.
Yeah, you're a little bit like, how does she not get what you're talking about? Black pudding is delicious. Right? It's like one of your favorite foods.
I'll break down how it's made and see if it's the same as the way she interprets how it's made.
Okay, and then you can see she's saying this like the Goliath next to her, Walbert. He's kind of listening in and he smirks a little and he leans over and nudges her with his elbow and she's like, my dear, he's talking about an actual food. And she like looks up and she's like, I'm sorry, dear. I thought you were talking about the ooze monster.
Oh no! I'm talking about the rare delicacy these days, but a blood pudding, you know.
And given what you were describing, okay, well, I'll see if I can get some ingredients together for a meal tomorrow.
That would be wondrous. Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem at all.
Can
That
I
was so
sit at
good.
the end of the bar and I'm just going to try and slyly be keeping an eye on Kadam and looking at how he's eating this steak and what he's doing with it?
Sure. And so you say slyly.
As in, I don't want to
Make
just
me
stare
a-
at him, but
So I want a stealth check with charisma. So are you proficient in stealth? And you're currently active model.
No, I'm not.
Then just straight charisma check.
Charisma.
Ugh. That's not good. 7.
7.
I'm trying to not look at him, but I'm like going.
You noted, like Taiji seems to be behaving a little bit strangely. He's staring at you an awful lot. But can you please describe to me what you eating this steak looks like for his benefit? Because he is watching you do it, but also you notice him staring at you.
Well, that's
He
the
like
thing.
mechanically like rotates his head just enough to see. You know, that's like him sneaking.
Dumb knows he's got an audience, and so he's eating his steak in a very posh manner. He's using the knife and fork for starters, and he's not pushing it into his mouth with his trunk at all, which is something he's
Okay.
normally gonna do.
So this will be true if you can pass a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, okay, a wisdom saving throw.
Like it.
Here we go, here we go. Oh dear, it's a no.
So you start out like this, yeah, like you have knife and fork, and like you have a bite, another one, and another one, and like you're cutting and shoveling into your mouth gets more and more ferocious, and like you maybe get halfway through the steak before you just pick it up and take big chunks out of it and try to shove as much into your mouth, and you're so hungry, and this is actually satisfying. So yeah. And Taiji, you see all that.
Yeah, nice. And that's
Delicious. Delicious. May I have another?
Karen kind of, so the dwarf, the bartender kind of like blinks, looks down at your plate, and she's like, sure. Wow. You are your legs hollow? Never mind. And she heads back over to the,
Blessed with a healthy appetite, you see.
she heads back over to the fireplace where there's like a few more slabs of this meat laid out that's been brought up from below, and chucks one on the thing and starts searing it for you. Like obviously, like I said, just sealing it.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
Yeah, I think by this point, Effie, you probably make it back up the stairs, and just as you pop up, Farron like drops the steak off to Kadar. So the frickin' I need to tell you her name. Not that anyone's asked, but the dwarf's name is Farron Wormblood, and Mortal Wormblood is the proprietor. There seems to be a significant age difference between. So she drops off the plate to Kadam, and then nods to Effie as she comes up through the stairs and begins to comes up through the ladder and begins to descend with pet food down the stair, down the ladder.
Down to Ralph? Yeah.
I mean, you would possibly assume.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
have you taken some of the rock out to bucket?
My dear, horses don't eat meat. There's plenty of hay out there for her. Fun fact, they do? Oh my god. Please don't tell me cannibal horses exist.
I know
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, if Bucket also got bitten, maybe. Alright, cool. So, yeah, she's like, there's plenty of hay out there for her. She'll be fine.
Okay. Excellent. One other quick question.
Yeah.
Hang on, just let me step out of this ladder.
Yeah.
Over here. Yeah.
There
So
is a bit
Having
of
this
room,
conversation
like,
on this ladder.
I have got myself into an awkward situation, and I'm just sort of, sorry, excuse me. I'm just gonna move Taiji so he's right next to our good from Gadam, and what was your name again? Sorry.
Farron.
Farron. Okay. So I ended up, as you can see, not human, and all the flames are everywhere.
It's just a fire genasi, right?
Yeah. Fire, more the fire, less the genasi. But yes, here I am, and unfortunately, I turned up here when I wasn't meant to be here, and I need a little shopping in there, and I point to my thing and start to drop the illusion and then bring it back up. I need, so the turtleneck starts to go here. I need to get some flame retardant clothing.
And she seems to think for a moment. She's like, Gothard might have something at the store, but if not, I'll see what I can dig up. I might have something that'll work for you.
Awesome. Just a lot of pajamas tend to burst into flames.
Understandable.
Out of character, what I was thinking would be really cool as an item. There's an item called the Smoldering Armor, which is an armor that
I know the stuff. Yeah.
Light armor that gives off wisps of smoke.
I'm with you.
It'd be cool to have. I just mean for the future, if that's something I can roll for to find. That's cool.
Honestly, I think you've just done the appropriate amount of roleplay for that to be definitely possible. So leave it with me. Yes.
Awesome. But yeah, I've got my own room, so I'm okay for tonight. But I just need to go shopping somewhere tomorrow.
Okay. Yes. Well, check with Gothard across the way on the ridge above the forge. There's a building there. It's run by a lovely bugbear man. He and his son look after the place. So yes, he may have something, but like I said, if not, I'm not sure, but I might have something in my trunk downstairs. I'll have to check when I knock off. So I will, if I do, I'll have it here behind the bar for you in the morning. And if not, then maybe go something's got something for you.
Yeah, I feel fine like this, but I keep forgetting other people.
I understand, my dear. Yes, of course.
All right. Well, one for the road, and she'll grab a bottle of whiskey and have a swig, and the flames swell crazy.
God.
All right. Well, I need to rest. I'm still points to a few wounds on her arms, and that I need to rest up a bit. And
did you want some food?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
food would be great.
Look, she whips around and Robert hands her a bowl of the stew that he's been making, and she whips around and hands that and the plate that she was about to take down for Ralph to you, and she says, one of these for you, and if you could take the other down to your companion, he doesn't seem to have eaten. So here you go.
No problem. I'll take that down to him, and yeah, I'll head down and say, hey Ralph, knock knock. Hey Ralph, I got some food for you.
Thank you.
It's not poisoned. Night.
I slide that way underneath the bed in the back corner.
Right, now, which meal did you give him? Did you give him the rock steak or the stew?
Sorry, no. I would have said, so this is the rock, and we can smell that it was cooked perfectly. But so we can smell that the rock was cooking, and it is now cooked perfectly. And this is a delicious stew. So, do you want to choose one? Only one of them is poison.
Two.
Is it?
Right, so you take the stew. Cool.
Yeah. Thank her, and as soon as she leaves, I
slide on the bed.
tuck it under the corner. Yeah.
And yeah, I walk out, and a while later, you just hear, Oh God! Oh, that's so good. Just enjoying the rock.
Oh my god! All right.
The
So-
rock's my favorite.
Yeah. So you guys have retired for this evening. Let's see. So.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
over
so-
there like cracking sunflower seeds. Like
Yeah.
I'm trail mixing it, kind of pissed.
Yeah. So Taiji and Kadam are upstairs. How much longer do you think you guys want to stay up before you retire?
Well, I don't
Well,
need.
play between.
thing.
You go.
There's just one thing I want to do, and that is, see, we don't have a guide, right? So, a tavern might be a good place to ask around, hey, what's up north? We've heard about a white. Or, say, for example, hey, what's a safe passage up to this place with all the metal?
Yep, cool. Ask around about things like that. Yep.
Yeah, just try and get ideas about that from the local tavern people, because
Alright.
they know the
Yeah,
place.
cool. Roll me an investigation check.
Okie dokie.
Charisma based, though. Charisma based investigation.
Charisma based investigate. So, my investigation is only +2 because it's based on my intelligence. That
Are you proficient? Like, do you have the skill?
No.
Or is it just. No, okay, so just roll charisma then.
Yep, I'm rolling charisma, which is not my strong point.
I'm aware.
Oh, it's not today.
It really, really isn't. Look, people, when you try and talk to them, they. Like, some of the excitement from earlier has worn off a little bit. They're still friendly. And they're not, like, standoffish and scared anymore, but they're not really opening up.
Can I?
All you
I'll be just like,
If that's
ah.
the case, then I'm just going to make as little a thing of it as possible, and just kind of duck myself out and go to bed.
We're like, forgive my friend, but the point does stand that we would like to know a little bit about the north as we're heading that way.
Beep boop.
Beep, boop, boop. No, I don't beep. I'm not a
Ralph,
Dalek.
so you just follows you around beeping.
No, as I was saying, the people aren't really opening up to you that much. All you manage to pick up on is just like them talking amongst themselves about things.
About, what was that last word? Sorry, you broke up.
About things.
Ah,
So I'm just trying to find the right section of my notes. So
While he's finding that, I love. Like, I was just thinking about that. I wonder if that's like a racism thing for Warforged. Like, while they're walking around in favor, and people are walking around behind them going beep boop, beep boop. You're like, fuck. Beep boop, beep boop.
oh my god. Can I roll me a d6?
a D6, you say? Here we
Yes,
come.
please.
Go. We have another one. I'm doing
Another
great
one.
with these dice. I think I should.
I mean,
choose-
the like, this is literally just tell me which of these three random things you might have heard. So you hear some talk between, say something that floats down from the mezzanine floor. It sounds like the dwarf is chatting with one of the kobolds up there, and you overhear. It's a little bit garbled, but something about the fact that Bastion has disappeared.
What?
That's what you hear.
Got a feeling I should write that down.
And then Taiji, if you're gonna directly ask some people about that kind of thing, investigation with charisma as well.
Okay. Investigation. I'm not proficient with it, so charisma roll. Here she comes. A 13.
Alright, that's a bit better. Can you also roll me a d4 this time?
A D4.
Yeah.
2.
Sweet. Alright, no problem. You hear whispers from the two kobolds at the bar. They're kind of... This is while you're trying to get information. You hear these whispers in the background as well.
Mm-hmm.
You hear them talking about how no one's seen the king much recently. And that if he does come out, it's only like at night. And he's been acting a little bit weird, like a bit more aloof than he used to be. And asking about specific directions. As far as everyone's concerned around here, Akak is actually the best, like the best guide that you could ever have. He's lived in this area for forever. Like, he's much older than any of them. Like, he's much older even than the king. And so if he's offered to be your guide, which, you know, like, if you wait for him to come back, he won't lead you astray. It's the general consensus from the townspeople. Like, he knows what's what around here.
Yeah, cool.
And probably not that long after that, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, Akak actually walks back through the door. Actually, although I don't really need to. He walks back in through the door, sees you two over by the bar, and heads over to you. He gives Farron and Walbert a nod and a wave. Townspeople all seem to acknowledge him. You know, he gives them a nod back. He walks over to him. He's like, I'm afraid. He looks a little bit like, not like scared, but he looks a little bit just pensive. He's like, I'm afraid there's a little bit of a problem with seeing the king tomorrow. And he sort of motions you over into a corner.
Mm-hmm.
And heads over into like a corner by the door. Do you guys go with him?
Yeah. Oh, well.
I've had it away by now, haven't I? Or am I still there?
Yeah, you're still there.
Okay, excellent. I'll go with him.
Yeah.
Listen.
The king appears to be missing. He's very, very softly spoken. I'm going to speak louder so the mic picks it up. But it's the king appears to be missing. Possibly kidnapped. We're not exactly sure how. Some of the guards have gone out looking, but there was a note left. A ransom note.
How
Appears
much is
someone.
the
It's kind of embarrassing. They want a statue. And he sort of glances, like, tilts his head back towards the door, implying that he means the statue in the sounds like the big statue of a company, the Dragonborn god.
how big is it?
It's like huge.
I
It's
know I'm
like
not
15
there.
feet
Find a
tall.
piece of
Yeah.
wood and carve it into a statue and give it to them or something.
When you mentioned it on the way up, I wanted to, like, do we recognize it? Is it like a god of the world? Sort of,
No.
or historical figure?
Or
or-
if you want to actually roll religion, and we can retroactively do that.
Yeah, it's just because you were describing everything and it won't interrupt.
Yeah. You know,
That's
so
right.
we should-
All right, religion. Step 14.
We're pretty confident that it doesn't depict any gods that you're aware of. It looks like a majestic as fuck Dragonborn. Like you've met Dragonborn before. You guys have met Sergeant Bernie, but unlike Sergeant Bernie and most other Dragonborn that you will have encountered, this one has wings. You are familiar with one other. You've got one person in your history who has similar kinds of abilities.
Can I just do a little shout out that we just had the only person in the party that's not a cleric rolling religion.
Yeah, no, it's great, isn't it?
I love it. It's like a whole party of rogues and one paladin. They're like, you roll stealth.
But that's the thing. All us clerics just have been rolling so dismally for all our cleric stuff that it's just a sad joke.
Well, I wasn't really paying attention.
-3.
I should change my
I
dice.
know, just rolled very well. It's good. Okay. So yeah, so he lets you know that he's been kidnapped and they want the statue. So
Does the bottom of the note say who left it?
no, they just said to bring the statue to Malachi's Rest.
Which is where we need to go to help the dragon kill his enemy, I suppose. The lich that's there.
Oh dear. Oh dear. We can't let the townspeople know about that particular detail. I think they would panic. They're going to panic enough as it is. Guards are going to make preparations and like shut King's home and quietly get the militia ready to go out on a search party. But you know, to meet up with some of the others that have already headed out, we have to keep this quiet.
How good are your militia? Are they
I mean,
adequate?
they're competent enough for kobolds, I suppose. You know, they're led by a hobgoblin, an older guy who came here from East Galan. He's quite capable.
Is there any way an extra blacksmith if we don't have to leave immediately to know what we do?
I mean, I don't know how much time we have. There's
Yes, I don't have time to stop in town and pick up supplies, do I?
I mean, we shouldn't leave in the middle of the night. Should at least sleep for the evening. You guys have been through a fair bit, I imagine. There's no point in setting out and dying halfway there of exhaustion. But we do need to leave, like, at first light, I think.
In that case, I'm actually going to bow to this, bow to our friendly liaison, and I'm going to head down the stairs to go to bed.
Alright, no problem.
I'm going to watch him leave, and then I'm just going to turn and go like, your temple over there, who is that to? I didn't really see markings as I came in.
Oh, it's a Kartlanuk, the Blizzard of Woe, a protector, god of these parts.
Okay.
At least that's what the kobolds believe.
Is there a place that's secluded enough that no one will go in? There maybe a room that I can set up a little shrine to my god, and that no one will wreck.
It's your
My god is
Who's
pale.
your god? He sort of twitches a little bit. So, I suppose, but just be careful not to do any of that sunshine daylight stuff around the kobolds. Okay, it might hurt them.
No, there'll be no sunlight, nothing like that. Just setting up a shrine that I may speak to my god.
You probably have to speak to the high priest about that. Maybe he's got some space in the temple for you. I wouldn't advise doing that anywhere else around town. Just, you know.
Well, while everyone's sleeping, because I only need to sleep for, or shut down for 4 hours, can I go and quickly speak to him? Out of character, I need to do a spell, and it needs to be with a shrine of mine to my god.
Okay. You can certainly go and try and find the high priest at the temple while everyone's sleeping, if you like.
Yes, please.
Okay. We'll get to that. So, Effie and Ralph have both gone to bed. Kadam's gone to bed. You're the only one left awake, so I guess we can duck over and do that. Do we want to take a short break, or do we want to just keep rolling through? Like, how much later is everyone keen to go? I know you've got work early, Jace, so...
Well, I'm good at the moment to go through. I don't need anything, but...
I would love a coffee.
And quick break.
Yeah,
well,
break. Can I roll for sweet dreams?
Sure. And if you guys all want to take a break while Jason and I do the other stuff,
oh, cool.
Yeah, that'll probably be an easy way to compromise it. So you guys can feel free to head off. And yeah, roll the 20 and 11 or more. You have sweet dreams.
Yay! This works real life too. Otherwise, I don't want to have the nightmares again. Oh.
Unfortunately, we'll see what dreams you may
I'll let everyone know
in the morning.
What my dreams were.
Yeah, sounds good.
Just a little thing.
Mm-hmm.
But as I go to bed, like before I lay down, I'm gonna sit on my bed and just kind of hold my hands and my trunk up a little, and just try to pull up some lightning between them all with a little bit of my rage power, and just kind of make a little prayer to Cord, just to let him know I'm still thinking about him in this place.
You're doing this in the tavern or once you get downstairs?
Downstairs.
Yeah, cool.
Like I said, on my bed. I'm going to sit on my bed, and I'm going to do that before I lay down.
Okay, no problem. Roll me a D100.
Okay, here we go with the wrong window. There we go. D100. I've changed my dice. 29.
Oh, yeah, okay, so you're trying to do like a little, like, just lightning charge in your hand.
I'm kind of using a little bit of my rage to get the lightning charge in my hand, just to draw his attention more than getting
Alright,
him.
cool. So that happens. Like the lightning happens, and you reach out. You're waiting. And then it sounds like it's coming from a long way away, and like it's possibly underwater or buried or something like that. You hear a muffled voice. I can hear you, my son.
That will make Kadam sleep just a little bit better, I think.
That's right. That's fun. Heck yeah. So, Taiji, we'll take you, I'll head over to the, go back to the town map. Take you to the front of the temple. So as you come out of the tavern, like the children that were playing, I'm not going to move all the tokens, but the children that were playing outside are gone. But you can hear a bit more noise coming from the boarding house next to the tavern.
Yep.
Same for the couple that were sitting up on the bridge. They're gone as well. You can see that the forge is no longer smoking like it was. Like that's been burned down for the night. Farmers all inside by the looks of things. The guards are still posted on the roofs outside of King's Home. So then you can wander up this passage here, here towards the temple, and you do find outside of the temple there is a smaller version of the statue to accompany it. This one's like roughly life-size to a humanoid, like a medium-sized humanoid. And there are a couple of braziers, small braziers on either side of braziers, and a larger one in the front of the thing, and they're all glowing with the bright blue flame. And you can see a kobold standing. Sorry, one second. You can see a kobold standing in front of that brazier, dressed in robes, his head dipped, seemingly in prayer. What would you like to do?
I'd like to just sort of slowly walk up to them. I don't want to interrupt their prayer as such, but I'll just be like walk up and I would just make a coughing noise and just wait for a little bit.
Yeah, cool. And you'll see like a head cocking your direction, and then like a return to the prayer stance, and it's like maybe another 10 seconds. Says out a few words. What languages do you speak again?
I speak Common and where is it? Go back to that page. Common, Elvish, Gnomish, and I mean that one. So Common, Elvish, and Gnomish at the moment.
Beep boop.
Yeah. What's that, Mud?
And beep boop.
And beep boop. Yeah, cool. So he is speaking beep boop. No, I'm kidding. He's speaking a language that you don't understand, but you're a wizard guy at the moment, aren't you?
No, I'm cleric.
Cleric, okay. Yeah, you don't understand the language, but it seems to be the same language that most of the kobolds speak. So it would be safe to assume it's probably some variant or dialect of Draconic. And then he turns around to face you. And like his robes are not fine by any stretch of the imagination. They're like a creamy beige kind of material. They cover most of his body. They're just very simple robes. And he looks up at you with calm blue eyes from beneath the hood. Folds his hands in front of himself and just like, hello. How can I help you?
Hi. I'm a fellow priest of Paylor myself, although I'm not going to be casting any spells that might hurt or hinder you guys, but I was wondering if I could speak to your high priest.
The protects will be fine. I'm the high priest. My name is Jorik.
Hello,
welcome
Jorik.
to the Temple of Akantanak. Hello. Please, and what is your name, sir?
My name is Yang.
Yang?
Yes, but most people, including my friends I'm with, call me Taiji.
Taiji? Okay. Well, it's pleased to meet you, Taiji.
Just had a question for you. I need to set up a little shrine to my god somewhere safe that I may speak to him and not have it disturbed while we're off helping some people around here.
Let's see. You were hoping to set something like that up here?
Yes, hopefully. Somewhere in a quiet room, I'm hoping.
I'm sorry, sir, my new friend, but I can't allow anyone in the temple at the moment. Not for at least 3 days.
Do you know anywhere else that I could set one up?
She seems to be genuinely thinking. So, I mean, do you have that room under the tap? And he sort of stops. So, I'm afraid not. No, not that would be secure.
There's nowhere I could just set something up that no one would wreck.
I mean, no one's going to wreck a shrine if you set one up. Like, no one would do a thing like that. It's, I don't know, a room, but you would be welcome to set up a small shrine off to the side of our shrine here. That's fine. Like just out front of the temple. If that would suit your purposes, I can promise you that no one is going to mess with it. Like we appreciate Paylor almost as much as we do Akantanak. Like without Paylor, nothing grows. We do need to eat.
I think that would be fine. thank you very much for your courtesy.
Oh, no problem. Because anywhere around here that you can find space, just kick it off the path and out of the way of the door. And you know, try not to make it bigger than this one. I don't know how Kansanak would react to that. But
No,
a small one would be absolutely fine.
Won't need to be too big.
Okay, well, yes, you're welcome to begin whenever you like.
Cool.
We have some basic supplies that I could bring out for you if need be.
Yes, I seem to have run out of some incense and some candles and stuff. If you have them available.
Oh yes, certainly. Would you mind making a small donation to the temple to cover our costs?
That is fine, and I'll hand over a gold piece.
He looks at that and says, "Oh, that's more than you've received all year. But thank you, sir. I really regret that I can't give you space in the temple. It's the end of a holy week, you see. We keep the temple closed to all outsiders over this time while we reaffirm our faith and rededicate the temple, rehallow the ground and all that kind of thing.
I totally understand.
Okay, well, I'll go and grab the supplies and you can get started out here. And he hurries off inside, opens the massive stone door of the front, pulls the clothes behind it. And he'll return probably in about 20 minutes or so with those things. So in the meantime, you can start setting things up and whatnot.
Yeah, so I'll probably just sit over about, I don't know, down here somewhere, and I'll set up a shrine over there.
Over where? So that was thinking too much.
Down this way?
Yep, absolutely fine. I'll add that to the map through the week, so it's there for next week.
Yep. After I set the shrine up, before I go to...
And also before you set the shrine up, can Effie just pop out and go, hey Taiji, do you want to build a shrine now? Come on, let's go and pray.
Oh no.
You need to commune with Pelor. It is the lore. I guess it is your way. And then I run back to my bed and go to sleep. I just want to close and
oh dear.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay.
Alright, so we're building a shrine, and then assuming you'll finish building that and then go to bed.
Except before I go to bed, I need to cast a spell
Okay.
at the shrine.
What spell would that be? And is it already prepared for the day?
Eldritch Blast.
It is prepared for the day. I'll send it to the game log.
Cool. Eldritch Blast, no problem.
No, it would be.
Oh,
It would be Word of Recall.
that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you do that, and you now have that ready to go. So you can now use Word of Recall to... so what do you cast the spell now to set the sanctuary, and then you cast it again to recall to it?
Yes, I believe that. Well, I don't know. It doesn't actually say anything about casting it again to recall. It just says you and 5 willing creatures instantly teleport to a previous designated sanctuary. You and the creatures teleport.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, so teleporting, you must cast a spell to do so, and then it says you must designate a sanctuary by casting the spell within a location, such as a temple dedicated to or strongly linked to a deity. If you attempt to cast a spell in this moment, so you have you've built the temple, or you've built not the temple, but the altar. So that's the location that's linked enough to your deity. I am going to ask for a D100 roll from you. But yeah, you set it up, you imbue it with the magic, and the next time you cast Word of Recall, it should bring you back here. Yeah, sweet.
What is it? Like, what does it look like? Because when I picture a shrine, I'm picturing like a shrine, right? Like a temple. Now I'm picturing like a bowl and a sun statue. Like, what does it look like here?
Well, it's it's just I've just set up like some candles, the incense, I probably would have had.
He brought you out a little table as well, so you
Yeah.
got something to put them on.
Yeah, cool. I probably would have
You're
had
gonna
like
need
a.
Do you have a holy symbol?
I believe I do have my.
Do you
holy
have
symbol.
two?
Let me just have a look. Because I think.
If you're looking in the inventory, it'll either be called amulet, emblem, or holy symbol.
Or reliquary. I think.
Don't make up words, Fizz.
I've got an emblem.
Yep. Do you have a second one?
No, I don't. I thought that I didn't need.
Okay.
Let me. I thought. Hang on, let me have a look because I think.
Just listen.
Don't worry about what the requirements for this spell casting is. I'm asking you as the DM if you have a second one.
No,
Yeah.
not that I know of. I haven't got one in
Just
my
write
second one
Delaware
in
in
my
the
inventory.
snow. In yellow.
No. So you're going to need to put at least some kind of holy symbol of Pelor on this altar for it to be fully functional. So you can either use the one you have and then find alternate spellcasting components, or you can check the general goods store to see if he happens to have one, or see if you can find other Pelor worshippers to make it fully effective. I'm going to tell you now that you will be able to do one of those things. I'm not stopping you from doing anything. It's just,
Well, I will put that there at the moment, because I know we've got to go to the shop before we leave in the morning,
Cool.
and I might be able to find something I can recreate or whatever.
But look, I'll say straight up, if you just buy a component pouch, you'll have all of the basic components for spellcasting that don't have gold costs. You know, like you'll be able to put together a component pouch for you that will give you the components you need to cast your spells. I'm not sure if clerics are usually able to use component pouches, but I'm going to say in this instance you will be able to. So that's the most likely thing he's likely to have. So you're going to have to pry your emblem off of your shield or your armor or whatever it is and attach it to the altar.
Yeah.
I will also point out that unlike is probably the standard approach in most worlds, like as a cleric, you are primarily dedicated to Pelor, but you are able to access help from the other gods as well. Right? And it might be down to the kind of spell you're trying to cast might be more suited to a different deity, so they're the ones that come to your aid. And you don't need a specific holy symbol for each god to do that. It'll just depend, like, if you're trying to, say, cast inflict wounds, for instance, Pelor is probably not going to be as willing to help you with that. One of the darker deities might, but that might be more difficult for you to get the full, you know, because, you know, you're calling on a deity that you're not dedicated to or as dedicated to, or that is opposed to your own. Things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have the ability to call on any of them, but yeah, you're mainly dedicated to Pelor. So call as. So you've done that, you set up your thing. I'm not gonna rush you guys out of here with the whole time pressure thing before you have a chance to shop. So you will still have a chance to go to the goods store and the blacksmith in the morning before you leave. Yeah. So are you retiring at that point?
Yes, I will retire at that point. Yep.
All right, no problem. So you head back to your room. Everybody else has a night's rest as well. Now let me think for a couple of things. Ralph, you're first. While you're sleeping, you are confronted with a familiar image, a screaming halfling that, like, ordinarily when you see this, it's kind of like from a distance, like, not like a huge one, but like, you know, it's like he's across the room floating in this void space and screaming, and this, it starts like that, but the screaming stops sort of floats around to face you directly, and it's almost like you're face to face sitting across a table. And he looks you dead in the eyes, and he just says, "One of them is here." And then you wake in the morning. So that's you. Kadam, overnight you have dreams and of mixed nature. You are constantly hungry and feeding on any raw flesh that you can get your hands on. And it's just like it's an orgy of death, blood, and consuming creature's flesh. And you're just about to bite into one of your friends when a strong hand comes down upon your shoulder. A familiar hand. And you look around expecting to see Cord standing behind you. But there's no one there. You wake up. Effie. Not done yet. Effie.
Yeah.
Are you sleeping inside the deck of cards or in the room?
I'm in the room.
Okay. You sleep peacefully for the first time in as long as you can remember.
Yay.
There are no dark tendrils creeping through your dreams. No petulant elemental children demanding your attention. Just quiet, peaceful sleep.
Yeah, that's horrible. The one thing that hasn't been said yet, but people that followed Effie into the cards would know that once Wallamir disappeared, so did the children.
Oh, they did?
They did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So in that case, remembering that, maybe you were surrounded by your children.
Oh,
but they weren't. Hey, what?
I'll have to explain later, but yeah,
I'd rather you explain now so I can do this right.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, please.
So no one else would know this, but the children were there when Wallamir was there, and the reason they were there is because he delighted in torturing himself, and they were models of his old family.
Oh, wow.
That she was creating for him to enjoy them. And then, yeah, it turns out he's a shitty dad as well.
Yeah.
But as he was gone, she could stop doing all that stuff. So now sort of out of slavery, she doesn't have to keep those things up. And she
okay, so that's a good, yeah. All right, so exactly what I originally said is perfect. That fits. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right,
when you said that, I was like, that's so accurate. You've read the backstory. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, I knew that there were kids somewhere, and like, yeah, I just forgot that particular detail about them disappearing with Wallamir. I was just like, you're getting to peace because you're not in the deck, you know? Yeah. So wonderful. Yeah.
I will say, when you said you felt a familiar hand on your back, and a warm, familiar hand, and you turn, you expect to see Cord, I thought it was going to be Wallamir, because he's now familiar. I thought that's what you were about to say, and then you're like, and no one's there, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm an idiot. No, familiar, not the word. Okay, sorry.
Oh, hilarious. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. And Taiji, you go into your shutdown. Of course, you don't dream, because you don't dream.
In my shutdown, though, well, I have noticed Kadam being restless in his sleep.
That entirely depends on are you guys in the same room? Or
yes, because I would stay in the same room as him because I want to keep an eye on him.
Yeah. No. He sleeps dead still throughout the night.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dead still. Good one.
What I will say However, when you wake up in the morning, Kadam, you have a level of exhaustion. For some reason, you're not getting proper sleep.
Right. Well, while we're talking about morning, I'm going to imbue one of my throwing axes.
Sure.
We can take the long rest.
Yes.
Yes.
Finally back to decent hit points.
So long rest, but with exhaustion. Oh, the horror. Horror. Where are you, exhaustion?
Okay.
Yeah, am I good to lose my level of exhaustion?
Yes.
Thanks.
Sorry, I was muted. I said yes. Anyone other than Kadam who currently has a level of exhaustion, even
Okay. Now, when we wake up in the morning,
is
You don't
Can-
wake up.
well, when I
Sorry, I was
reactivate,
just seeing that. Nick. Sorry.
when I reactivate myself. Jesus. All right, I would like to go over to Kadam, and I'm gonna get Kadam, good friend. We've been together for a little while now, as comrades. We've noticed that, obviously, we worked this out that you aren't quite yourself.
True, I have taken rather ill lately.
Can I try some healing on you?
Try what you will.
I would like to cast Greater Restoration.
okay. Think about that. It has some pretty hefty material components.
I'll just
We could
material.
probably
Oh, it's
find
actually no,
some.
it's not. Yeah, I was just looking at that. No, I can't do that at the moment because I don't have diamond dust.
I mean, there
might
is
have-
one potential source of diamond dust. There is one more diamond in the helm. It crumbles to dust when you pull it out. It might piss Ralph off though. But also, you've got no idea what the shops here have, so you might be able
Yeah.
to buy one.
I was just like I just need to get some components first, but I would really like to try to heal you a little bit.
I would certainly like you to try that, because I'm feeling a little under the weather today.
So yeah, well, when we're over there, I'll see what we can find.
All right, no problem. So I think Akak will meet you at the morning in the tavern, and let you know that the scouts they sent out should be returning, like in the next hour or so, because they've sent someone out to get a direction to where these guys have maybe taken the king, and like confirm if it's like if they've taken him to Malachi's Rest, or if that's just where they're telling you to bring the statue. Like he sent scouts out to confirm that. Well, the militia have, and he's letting me know that they should be returning in the next hour. So you have a little bit of time to go and do a little bit of shopping if you want to before setting off.
Well, the thing I was going to do at the blacksmith was pick up smith tools, carving tools, and pretty much just pieces of scrap and stuff that I can just start to build a bits box with and start.
All right. So my question to you is: do you want to go and meet the NPCs, or do you just want to hand wave you getting those kinds of things through one of the offsiders? Because
I'm gonna go with the golden rule on that, if I may.
that's up to me.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what everyone else wants to do, and I'll decide.
Well, I
I'm
just
happy
want
to meet everybody.
I want to go and
Sorry.
obviously find a find a couple the items like the diamond dust and something that I can use for Paylor.
So it's going to be a general goods store. That one we can't really hand wave because there's not an offsider, so to speak. So we'll have to do that as a scene. Fizz, you were going to say something?
I did. I said I'm happy to meet everyone.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Me personally, I wanted to investigate this cart down here, and when we crossed the people in the fallow farm, I wanted to stop and help. And like, when we went past Ferric's Forge, wanted to ask them about black metal.
We can do that.
Yeah, like I was happy to explore the city.
Yeah, no, you can absolutely go ahead and do those things now. I know it's like, you might have to go back out to look at some of them. But yeah, we can do that. It was kind of night as you were coming in too, so it makes sense to go to the tavern. But yeah, absolutely, we can do all the things. So both shops, the farms, the cart out the front.
Everyone else woke up. Am I waking up?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So I woke up in the morning feeling like P Diddy. Oh, actually, hang on.
That one aged.
Yeah.
That's a good song. Hang on, I got this. I know I'm not a bard, but I want to give it a go after the Snowman one.
It's all right.
Woke up in the morning in a kobold city. I cast disguise self. I'm up the stairs. I gotta clothe these titties.
So yeah, when you come up in the morning, leaving and are about to leave the tavern, Farron, the dwarf bartender, comes up to you, and she's got a what armor are you currently wearing? If any?
Disguise self.
Right, so you don't actually have any armor?
No, I have in my, apart from money and treasures inside the deck of cards, I have the brazier of
yeah, I got you. All right, so
brazier, not brazier. Brazier.
You're catching my disease now. Maybe it is a brazier.
Actually, no,
it is a brazier.
Of fire element because it holds my flaming titties. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, what kind of armor would like if you were just to get given some standard armor? What would be the ideal?
Well, I could wear medium, but I was thinking something that would smolder is hide. So hide would turn tan/leather when you apply heat to it. So the inside could be tan/hide, but the outside would look like fur sort of thing.
So she hands you over breastplate, right?
Okay.
But the inside is lined with thick furs and hides, that to help keep you warm. It's intended to help keep a person warm. So you can go ahead and add a smoldering breastplate to your inventory.
Cool.
And she hands you that, and she's like, this belongs to my mother. So, please, I would hope you get some good use out of it. And you can see the armor is engraved with a whole bunch of symbols. Can you make me a history or religion check, please?
Mom died to a fireball.
If any of them are left Tinder, I know that one, but I'm going to roll on. I'll bet it. I'll roll religion. Ooh, 7-11.
7-11. What?
I rolled. I've got a +4.
Okay. You can't pick up anything specific, but all of the symbols seem to contain elements that are reminiscent of, like, all of the good gods you've ever heard of from Exandria, because you wouldn't know of any of the gods here yet that much. Maybe Palo. And so you can see symbology that is vaguely reminiscent of all of them.
Yeah. So Pelor, Lathander, all the
standard good pantheon gods. But it's not separate symbols for each of them. There's a series of symbols where it's like each one of them is reminiscent of all of them. So there's elements of each one in each individual symbol.
I like these drawings. They're very cute.
Yes, they are the symbols of Galan, the cosmic
say
weaver. Galan, no, Kalin. Galan.
Yep.
And she goes on explain. No one really worships her anymore, or ever really did. But my mother told me that she was the creator of all things, in all places and all times. So I hope this keeps you safe.
Me too. Honestly, and you see the smoldering stuff starts coming out, and it's like, oh,
So
sorry about that.
You've put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I'm talking, I'm putting it on, and as soon as it goes over me, it starts smoldering.
Yeah, perfect. And
sorry.
as you do, and as she sort of finishes saying that, you can see a pendant around her neck. It's like a blue star sapphire. So like it's shaped like a star, and it's made of sapphire. And it starts to pulse, like with an internal light. And she sort of stops for a moment. Her eyes go wide, and she looks down at him and brings her fingers to it, and she's just like, oh, yeah. If you'll excuse me. And she heads off downstairs.
Before you go,
But she's gone. She's closed the hatch behind her. Well, she's headed down the ladder.
I roll a dex check to try and throw the bag of electrum at her, or the bag of Bruno at her.
Sure, go ahead. Rolling straight dex.
Yeah. I was hoping for a nat 20 then.
Yeah, no, it's sort of like bounces off the wall, like the hatch is pulled closed, you throw it, bounces off the wall and just like lands on top of the hatch. and then Walbert, the Goliath, comes over and she's like, it's okay, I'll get it, thank you.
Slap it out of everything. That's not for you. Oh, sorry, no, there you go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll make sure she gets it when she comes back. And he goes and places his arm at the bar.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so there was like 100 Brunos in there.
Oh, nice.
Like,
Nice.
I destroyed the whole economy of the town.
I mean, basically.
Yeah.
Yep, hold on.
There's a pretty guy on them. Lord Stronghold or something. Lord Storm Sadness.
Oh, Lord Stern Sorrow. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I met him once.
But well, what was he like?
Like, kind of quiet, but you just knew that you were safe when he was around, you know? I think that's why he was elected, to look after the territories of the Alliance, you know? Like, he helped to liberate East Galan, where he's from, and so am I, so both of us.
So he was elected after he rebelled and overthrew people.
Well, he helped overthrow the Empire, which had conquered the place. You know, the Empire used to rule the whole world before the Common Alliance rose up. Lord Bruno was a large part of that happening. And the new headquarters, when this happened, was set up near his at his holdings in East Galan. He donated his land to be, you know, a stronghold, and the people voted for their leader. At that point, when they needed to establish a new government after the Empire was driven out, and so he was chosen by the people to lead them because he helped free them.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Why do you seem so confused? Like,
Well, it's just the same thing with extra steps. If he was just a simple dictator, he could have freed them and then they wouldn't have had to go through the trouble of electing him, and he was already in power. They would have saved a lot of time and money.
No, he wasn't.
Right, everyone
He
does
was.
their own thing.
You misunderstood. No, he wasn't in power before. His family used to watch over the lands. They were benevolent, but then the empire took over like the whole world.
No, you said he rose up the rebellion. He was the leader of it, and he broke the hold. And
Yeah. But no, he wasn't the leader of the rebellion. He was just a big part of it. And so there were a whole bunch of people that decided that they needed a new leader, and so there were elections held. You know what an election is?
Well, I've heard of them. They're kind of weak, but you know, do you really want a leader that has to be voted in?
Well, it's that way we make sure we get someone we want, you know?
Yeah, the leader we want, not the one we need. That's a great way to run a country.
I mean, maybe if you met him, you would understand.
Oh, yeah, no, everyone to their own. And, like, who am I to tell? I grew up in a prison, so...
Oh,
Can I do a
doesn't
check?
sound fun.
Can I do a check to see if this is true and accurate from obviously my programming being born into the...
Absolutely. History, or if you like, insight. Like history to check your knowledge, insight to see if he's telling the truth.
Can I roll in self-insight to see if... I'm just going to roll
13.
self-insight and see how I feel about this whole idea of elections.
I got a 13
Hopefully we get the rigged elections.
on history.
No, I'm 100% right. Fucking weak people don't belong.
So sorry, what's going on?
I got 13 for history.
Yeah, sounds about right to you. From what you've been programmed, except like in your programmed memory, like it matches what you've heard of the Common Alliance and Lord Bruno since defecting, but your programmed memory, like of what the Empire taught you, was that Sir Bruno was a traitor, to his house, to his name, and to the Empire. And he fought with the rebel scum, and caused quite a bit of damage to Imperial property and took many Imperial lives.
So slightly different history book.
Yeah, but your experience of the world since then and hearing what people actually say about him confirms what the bartender was saying.
Would for my understanding, just reading prison books and whatnot, is Lord Stormsorrow more of a Luke Skywalker or a Han Solo? Like, is he son of the rebellion, Luke Skywalker?
He's more like
a handsome.
Fizz is right. He's more like Chewbacca. I'm kidding.
Okay, I was trying to work out what that means.
Well, he's incredibly loyal, right? Like, no, he's very like, I don't know if you'd say he's probably more of a Luke Skywalker, to be honest, but with kind of experience that Han Solo has.
He's a Leia Skywalker.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Like he's honourable. He sticks to a knightly code. Like, you know, he's got all that kind of stuff. He's very capable. You know, and he's always been known to be generous to the people, all that kind of thing. And his family line has always been known to be like that.
Is it a nightly code, or does he do it during the day too?
You have to ask him.
So that all checks out, and the you're happy with that, and yeah. So I've got my smoldering armor on, and I turn to the others, and I'm like, oh, I can finally drop my disguised self.
Nice breastplate. I put the paws in the wrong place.
Thank you. It's got little doodles on it.
It also has little doodles on it. The tassels hanging down. Look like no, they don't. But there are enough like leather tassels hanging like so that it actually gives you proper modesty as well. It's not just like from the waist up.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there, ass out. Oh, finally some clothes.
Yeah, no, you've got, there's like a leather skirt that's like comes down to at least mid thigh, if not knee length.
Yeah. And so, we need to do some shopping before we head out again. Or
Yes.
I think when are we meeting the king? We're going to meet the king.
I imagine they'll summon us.
You were there last night when he spoke about the king.
Yeah, it's today, but we haven't heard.
No, they were both downstairs asleep, so only you and Kadam got the message from that guy.
Oh, I thought he was up there with us.
His meeting will be delayed, but we shall catch up with him in time.
Okay. So let's go shopping.
Shopping.
Alrighty.
Well, maybe we should hold off shopping until we gain the king's favor. Maybe it'll get us like a discount. Like we stayed the night here for free.
I need to go and get some stuff before we leave.
And I just want to meet people.
In fact, before the forge, I wouldn't mind going to the goods store.
Alrighty. Cool as. And we are on the town map, so this is good. So you want to go to the goods store. Whatever you're pinging, who's pinging, why are you pinging, what do you want to know?
Is that the general store?
No, that's the bunkhouse. Like, that seems to be where, like, a lot of people have room. There's,
Oh, it's
bunks
a
for-
giant neon sign that says goods store. Okay, cool.
Go Thugs Goods down here, yeah.
Live news.
is down over here. I will say that this time of morning the children aren't out playing yet, but you can hear them sort of like being around bunches and noisy in the bunkhouse. It's like breakfast time, that kind of thing. So you head to the goods store? Is that the...
Yeah.
That's where I'd like to go before I go to the forge, if I may.
So everyone wants to go to the goods store?
Yes.
Yeah, I on the way over, I'll stop by the Dragonborn statue, and I'm just gonna do like a cursory glance at it and I just want to have a look at the face and stuff. Like, it's a Dragonborn.
Make me a perception check.
What's the gold thing in front of it?
Yeah, it's a well.
Or if there's a well, I drop some money down it, but then I make a perception check on the
Yeah,
actual face.
absolutely.
It's a pump well. The pump's now broke.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry.
With that, it's okay. So it's a little bit different because, this is a statue of a dragonborn, like or a half dragon or something like that. But the facial structure is very reminiscent, like the same kind of ridges, the same jaw structure, the same jaw shape, the same like dental structure and everything as the Blizzard of Woe, the full-size dragon you met earlier on in the campaign when I gave you the mission.
Hey,
So-
everyone, does this look a little bit like the Lizard of Woe? Like, whoa, Lizard of Woe.
It
That
does
massive
bear
lizard.
a passing resemblance, for sure.
No, look, it's got the same scar.
And where he points, you can see, in fact, there is a large gash scar type thing across the nose of the statue.
Wait, who is the Lizard of Woe? Is that
The
the white
Blizzard.
dragon?
The massive
Bli-
lizard.
Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
hear any of that. The ice
You got my-
salamander?
Remember when? No, before that, this massive giant flying lizard came down and like, it looked like we were gonna have to fight him, and there was
Here's the one
like
that-
3 lizards,
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
we're
that
like,
counts.
whoa, that's a big lizard.
The cunt dragon.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I remember now.
The one that told us to go kill the lich.
And I said that liches get stitches, but that was a previous self, and Gadam's not as confident.
Yeah. Also, I will point out that Akak has said a couple of times when talking about this deity, this statue, its name is Akanthanak, the Blizzard of Woe. So it already gave you the same name that the dragon gave you in the Blizzard of Woe. The Akanthanak part was new. But, yeah.
Yeah, for me, the Blizzard of Woe part was new. So
Okay. Well, that was literally episode 1 or 2. So it was a while ago.
It did actually give its name when we met it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It was even the name of the episode.
No, but I mean the Akanthanak.
Oh, he did? Okay,
Yeah,
I thought he
he
only
started
called
with
himself
that,
the
he
Blizzard. Okay, right, yeah, so
Yeah, 'cause
yeah,
I've actually got that whole monologue written down here. I
nice.
was just reading it then.
Yeah,
But I
so-
say, yeah, like that's weird. I wonder if this guy like is like a super fan of the dragon, like cut himself. Anyways, let's head to the general goods store.
Nice one. Alright, let me go over. Do you want separate tokens, or do you just want to see the map with the NPCs and...
Maps, mate.
Yeah, I'm not fast.
Yeah,
Cool. Alright, let's do that.
I don't want to be the token Elric. I want a token for me and my friends, and then put Jeff over on the side.
No. Alright,
We
so...
don't get the CMP
Yeah.
or big moves. Get
Um,
Taiji out of the name.
Hate the hate.
So you approach Gothag Squids, which, as I've stated before, is on the ridgeline above Forge. So you can see the smoke wafting up from the Forge, sort of lying past the side of the building. And like most of the other places, there's a wooden deck in the front of the brick and stone building. This one has a sturdy-looking wooden door with, like, it appears out of place. Like it's not the original door for the building. It appears to be incredibly high quality craftsmanship, like finely honed crafted wood with gold fittings and all that kind of thing. It's quite fancy. Taiji, can you roll me history?
Mm-hmm.
And Ralph, you as well.
And while they're doing that, I'm looking at these items in the store. I see a lot of kettles and what I believe is a rocket launcher.
What?
I think I just saw the same
Ibs.
launcher. Are you talking about this one?
No, that quite clearly is a rack of dynamite all taped together with a timer on it. This is the RPG right here, and that is the missile from the RPG that needs
Oh
to
my
go.
god.
Yeah.
It's even got a hard hat that you got to wear while firing it. I'm just looking for the hearing protection.
Guys, and we walked into the arms store and the general goods store and like everything.
Yeah, guys, we found out who we need to murder, Hobo.
So Taiji and Ralph, both you will recognise this as this is quite distinctive craftsmanship that is known from West Galan and the craftsmen over there. Like this is the kind of what we expect from them. It's like West Galan's known for, or at least it was before the Empire. Was known for incredibly high quality wood craftsmanship. They've got a lot of forests, and it also has gold mines. So there's a lot of that kind of thing. They use a lot of gold in their work, and their craftsmen are incredibly skilled. At least they
I
do.
think Mark was going to say West Galen's really well known for well crafted doors. And I was like, it's the most random thing. Like, you go to West Galan, it's like, oh, I can't get in the door. Dude, just go through the wall. They were also well known for having shittily constructed walls with very little reinforcement.
Right, and so I'm sitting sort of off to the side of this. You spotted him from a distance earlier. Is an adolescent male. He has his hair is kind of like swept over to the side and droops over one eye, and he's got like not fully formed like side face fuzz, like a fully grown bugbear wears, and he's wearing like this black blue kind of how do you describe denim without calling it denim? I don't know how to do that, but that's right. He's wearing pants that look like this, leather boots. Yeah, like a blue canvas kind of material, blue-black canvas kind of material. Thank you. He's got like some loosely laced leather boots, a leather jacket that's sleeveless, so you can still see the fur of his arms.
Emo bugbear.
Yeah, like studded wrist thing, studded belts, and he's just sitting there, kind of like again looking at the snow, legs dangling over the edge of the deck, and he's holding on to this strange brass curved tube with buttony things on it.
As we're approaching,
valves and switches.
As we're approaching, can I just say to Ralph, so why did you stay in your room last night? Why didn't you go out drinking with your friend?
They'll look after the gold. The party's treasure.
Oh, your friends in the bar is going to look after the gold.
No. Have you not met a thief? I'm going to take something of
Your
hers.
friend's a thief?
So good, so good.
Is there something I can take?
What do you mean?
He's going to attempt to steal something off of Effie, I think.
Yeah.
just
So
a
I'm
brazier.
trying to. Come on, I can't steal. Oh, you mean it's not a brazier anymore?
It's not a brazier, it's a brazier. It's a little contraption. But I would have a bag of gold on me, with 500 gold in it.
Yeah,
No, I'll take the brazier. I'll like unhook it from your belt, and just kind of like possess it.
Yeah, that
People will do this, and then you won't have your things.
Yeah, well, it probably wouldn't be a huge loss. And inside you hear, yes, let me out. It's great fun.
Love it.
Time to burn.
And I'll give it back and say they wouldn't give it back.
No, you can hold on to it for a while. I think if you, I think you and Wallamir were close, or Rimalaw were close.
Sure.
It'd be nice to have a break.
You're just trying to
day.
get rid of it? Yeah. Okay.
just for a day. Just for a day.
Fine. I'll hold it.
But your friend from the bar, you didn't go back to meet up with him?
No,
Oh,
I thought maybe somebody would have taken a shift watching the party's gold, but
Well, if you ever need to put it somewhere, I put all my gold in my deck of cards.
I imagine. With the party here, is everybody okay with that? Now that I finally got to speak to other people about it?
I'm fine with it going in there.
Absolutely.
Nobody asked you.
Hey,
Can we
Neil.
teleport back to this morning while we're in the same place, and then put all the gold in there, and then teleport back to here and say, I think it was a great idea to put it inside the deck of cards. Now we don't have to worry about people stealing it.
Well, here, can you grab the Brunos? Because I'll try to show like the craftsmanship or the style.
Oh,
and
I gave
explain
those
that
away.
in a place like this they'll be valuable.
Yeah, that's how I
Well,
bought this
rip.
armor. I gave it as a gift. I only had like a bag of them, so it's all right.
Okay.
That's worth like this, and I hold out the silver, right? You said this one was, it goes Bruno's, this one gold?
They're literally like big to small. Are they? I don't know.
Oh, we can say they are.
Sure.
well,
yeah,
anyways.
absolutely.
Anyways,
And each one of them has like, so rather than it being, you know how we have like heads and then a tail side, and it's got like some kind of picture, but it's always got the same, a head. So in this case, they all have heads and they all have a symbol, but the symbol is the symbol of the Common Alliance, which I did draw somewhere once, and I've forgotten where I put it, but it's a symbol of, it's like a shield with like clasped hands, emblazoned on it, to represent the common, protection of the people. So that's emblazoned on one side of all the coins, and then each other coin is the face of a hero of the Alliance. So you've got Bruno's, which are the Electrum. You've got Bernie's, which are silver. Actually, no, Bernie's a gold because he was a gold Dragonborn. So you go to Bernie's. You've got Bruno's, which were Electrum. Yeah. You've got Bjorn Toby Wilder's, which are platinum because he's one of the biggest heroes of the Alliance. They're shorter known as Bjorn's. And then you've got
or like the actual coin pouch.
yeah, maybe some of that. I was going to say Rory. Rory's a silver.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
And so I've got this. I've got their armor, which is great, so I don't need much more. But I think it was a good idea to put everything away so it can't be stolen. And then taken, thiefed. And we, but the one thing I really want to know is, do you think the general store will have some of those cool glasses that guy had on?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can see it this way. You guys you're approaching, or you're standing outside the store as you're having this conversation.
Yeah, we just sort of arrive as I say that.
So, at this point, you'll notice after talking about that, since you arrived, the young bugbear's lifted his eyes from the snow, and he's kind of watching you curiously. And when you say something about the store, it's like his ears prick up a little bit, and he's like, my dad might have something inside.
Okay.
Hi.
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 I'm gonna wave to him.
And he's going to kind of look at Kadam, and unlike everybody else in town, he doesn't shy away immediately. He kind of looks back and forth between all of you and it's like, I haven't seen anyone new in so long. Oh.
Well,
and then it's kind of like he kind of snaps out of his little morose thing, and he's hops up onto his feet, and he sort of starts walking over towards you all in a friendly manner. He's just like, so where are you from?
Fireplane.
Ooh, that's cool.
What?
That's cool.
Is it?
I mean, it's cool, man. Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh.
What about you? Any points to Kadam?
I am from somewhere very far away. I'm not sure if I can explain it to you.
You look like you're from Bastion.
Just say you're from the Fireplane. He thinks it's cool.
My body was from Bastion.
You don't know that?
Oh, I don't know. Memory of that.
You've never actually heard of Bastion unless one of these guys has mentioned it in passing.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll be saying, oh, well, I guess I must be from Bastion.
Okay, well, you're a bit strange, but I like you. You look interesting. And then he looks over to Taiji next, kind of expectantly.
From here or there. I've been lots of places.
When he hears your voice, it's almost like he didn't see your nature through your clothes, kind of thing. Like he wasn't fully looking. He kind of recoils a little bit, and takes a few steps back, and then sits himself down on the edge of the thing and just goes quiet and looks back down at the ground. Dad's inside.
Oh. Okay.
Let us go shopping, shall we?
Does anyone think it's weird he didn't ask Ralph? And yeah, carry on.
Anyone with a passive insight of 10 or more will recognize that the moment he sort of like heard Taji's voice, he got very, very afraid. He was trying to hide it, but he got very, very afraid.
Oh. Okay, then I don't say what I said because my passive inside's 19.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, mine's
Yeah, he's terrified of you, Taji. You suspect that it might be something to do with the fact that the only thing Warforged have ever been used for in this world is to slaughter non-humans.
I'd like to stay out there with them while they go in shopping.
Cool. Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna tell him it's like don't worry about the robot, and I'm gonna try to explain to him where the off switch is. And
okay. Make me a persuasion check.
Kind of put him at ease, you know.
Yeah. Give me persuasion. Yeah, cool.
That and this.
You can see he's a little bit, like at first he's still a little bit standoffish. Maybe has something to do with the fact that you're, I'll give you this on whatever passive insight you'll have, like he's not hiding anything very well. Maybe it has a bit to do with the fact that you're human. But as you're talking to him and being friendly and calm and things like that, your general nature, he warms up and realizes that you don't actually mean him.
And I'm traveling with non-humans.
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah, he's not stupid. It's just like he's never seen. He'll actually Ralph will explain this to you. He'll explain that his mother was killed by a Warforged raiding party that purged his village in West Galan. And so he's never seen another one, and he didn't know that they could be nice or good people. Like he thought they were just towards the end. So with your explanation, and the explanation of how to turn him off if he really needs to, he seems to calm down quite a bit.
I'll just turn around as we're walking in, and I'll be like,
you don't hear any of that. This happens well after you've looked inside.
Okie dokie.
That's the whole conversation that's going on while you guys are in doing the shopping.
Mm-hmm.
So you can learn that on the way out.
Kid's a little bit racist, isn't he?
No, he's just traumatized.
Is there any reason that his mother couldn't be resurrected? I mean, I'm with a party full of clerics at a temple.
Are you asking him that, or are you just thinking about that? Like you asking me, the DM, or is Ralph asking?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll try to ask him a little bit more about her death and if it's possible. And I don't know, it's a tough subject. I'll spend all that time asking him. Yeah, all right.
Well, with the persuasion check that you rolled, I'll give you that. He'll give you enough details that you will know that if her body was to be recovered, resurrection would work. And she's been buried just outside of their home village in West Galan.
Oh shit! What are they all doing? All the way on this side of the world? This is far.
They ran for their lives, much like all the guys that you were leading out of Galan Prime did in the original campaign. These guys are some of the original refugees.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and he'll kind of explain that as well. It'll happen during that purge time, and to his village in the years after. Sure, kind of thing. All right, Jason is going to have to wrap soon because he's got to work early in the morning. So let's go do some general goods shopping, and then we can pick up next week with the blacksmith and the rest of town.
All I buy is wood carving stuff from this place.
All right, I have a whole inventory for the shop and everything, so we'll see what he's got in a moment. So you walk in. And the moment you walk in, you're greeted by this guy's much taller than his son. Obviously, his son's probably still he's late adolescent, but he hasn't had his last growth spurt yet. He's a big, tall but lanky bugbear, and he's dressed in sort of a mismatch of stuff. He's got a fine red silk shirt underneath, a leather apron, and then literally a hoodie, like a cotton, loose-fitting, jacket kind of thing, and then a top hat, leather gloves, and his boots look like made of a material that you wouldn't recognize, but they're like a hard, solid, almost shiny kind of material. For those who are playing on at home, it's plastic, and they look like modern snow boots. And he's standing behind the counter as you walk in. His hands are sort of placed on the counter, and he looks and says, you customers, welcome, come in. How can old Galari help you? And he folds his arms over his chest and waits expectantly for one of you to talk.
Well, I would certainly like some wood carving equipment, the basic tools, as well as maybe some choice pieces of wood to start with.
Oh, well, let me see what I can find for you around here. And he sort of flips through, starts looking through a ledger. I think the best I can do for you as far as tools for wood, I have some carpenter's tools here. Otherwise, if you need more specific tools than that, perhaps Philbus can help you over at the forge. He makes things like that for people.
Well, I was planning on seeing him, so how about I see him before I buy some? Actually, how much are your carpenter's tools?
They will fund you 8 gold pieces.
Ooh, good heavens. I'll buy some carpenter's tools.
Okay. And he wanders over to a shelf, rummages through where he's got a few assortments of things, and pulls out a bundle of tools that are wrapped up in like a leather, just like a wrap that's then, they're placed in the thing, it's wrapped and it's tied with like a leather strap as well. And he brings it in and says, here you go, 8 gold pieces, please.
Here you go. Thank you very much.
I do like me a few good burnies. And he'll pop them into you. Notice that on the counter in front of him there are 2 chests. One of them's kind of larger and it's closed, and then there's a small one that's open that's got an assortment of coins in it, and he dumps the gold into that. The rest of you, is there anything else I could get for you? We have a wide array of useful items.
Anyone first?
And sort of motions around. I'll just let you know sort of roughly what surrounding motions there are on one shelf. You can see some potions. You can see another one with some scrolls, and then there's just some general sort of stuff. There's like some silk rope, some merchant scales, magnifying glass, some other utensils like a cook's utensil. There's a backpack might have some stuff in it, things like that.
Some potion go astray.
Good sir, I was wondering if you would have anything in regards to the faith of Palor.
Oh, you mean like a holy symbol?
If you have one, yes. He is my deity, and I like...
Oh, you're one of those. Okay. Let me have a look. And he goes and he starts rummaging through the chest on the counter. Can you roll me a D100, please?
Mm-hmm. It'd be a 98.
Yep, cool. So he's rummaging through, tosses out a couple of other amulets, and you notice that they're like, most of them are just mundane. Like jewelry amulets. There's one that has a symbol for Bahamut. There's another one that has a symbol for Andriel, which is like a fate deity. And then finally he exclaims, "Aha! Here! I found it!" And he pulls out another amulet, and it is just a simple amulet with a depiction of a sun. But you can see by the quality that it has been made appropriately, like it is an actual, holy focus. It's like, yes, you could, this one. that
Thank you.
will
How much?
be. Let me just check. I don't actually have that on the list. I'm calling out of my butt. Just checking the standard price. Fuck. It's not saying there. 1 second. Check it over here. There. Yeah. No, that's not what I want to look. Sorry, folks. I'm just getting lost.
Okay.
It used to be a spell to like create a holy symbol.
Yeah, right. I imagine
don't know
there's probably still one that you could do that with.
I don't know if that's still a cleric spell, but
I imagine it would exist somewhere. Alright, yep, so he flips it over in his hand a couple times and he's like, you can have that for the low price of 20 gold pieces.
20 gold pieces.
Yes.
Seems a little steep for a holy symbol.
Well, it's not like Palor worship. It's exactly common in these parts, fam. This has come a long way, you know.
Sure. Well, would you do a deal if I'd also say that I'd like some diamond dust if you have any. Say
That's not cheap.
no. Say 100 gold pieces worth.
Let me see what I can find. He'll head over to another shelf and start rummaging through some vials and some pouches and stuff. Make me another D100 roll.
80.
So he's like, this might do. He comes back over and says, I don't have any dust, but I do have this diamond with, I could give it to you for 300 gold pieces. And you could make diamond dust from it. How about with that, and you want the holy symbol, which is 20, let's say 300 for the pair. I'm feeling generous today. Just make me a persuasion roll and don't fucking roll below 10, otherwise it's going to change his mind. I should have done that first.
Persuasion. I rolled a 10 with a +2.
Yeah, love it. So yeah, he'll offer you a diamond and the holy symbol for 300.
300. Okay.
I also need to check something.
You wouldn't take 299 at all.
Raises an eyebrow at you. You drive a hard bargain for $2.99 it is.
Alright, I'll hand that over.
No problem. I'll chuck that in the thing as well. Hand over your diamond and your holy symbol. It's an amulet.
What I was thinking of doing is I'm going to go replace that symbol on the altar on the way out and take my symbol back.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to run all the way up there and take time to do that. That should be something you do on the way out of town. That is fine. Anything else? I also have a list of like stuff if you'd like a link to the shop.
yes.
Excellent. I'll pop that into...
No, I'm not in there.
Yeah, I'll pop it into the game log.
So
I
what?
meant to ask.
Sorry. How much gold is that diamond worth?
You'll need to identify or have it appraised to find out.
Oh, okay.
You can try and appraise it yourself. What would that be? Just intelligence. Straight intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Ugh, not good with intelligence. Nope, I got no idea. God.
It's a diamond. It's a diamond. It's definitely a diamond. All right. Anyone else? There's the shopping list if you'd like to have a look. Take a moment to flip through it. As I said, there's potions, there's scrolls.
Oh, I've been muted this whole time.
Oh,
You guys must have really enjoyed the last few minutes. So I didn't know you were going to give that list, so I don't know how final that list is, but I've got a list of things that I'm going to say Effie picks up and asks what they are.
Yep.
Perfume.
Let me see if that fits anything in here. Are you pinging things, or are you asking for specific things? Or like, are you looking at objects in the map, or?
I just looked at equipment in Dungeon Master Guide. I can link it in.
Okay, yeah. So there's things you want to try and get. Yep, sure.
I'll put it in Discord chat because I don't know if it works on.
Sure.
You go. And does that work? Nope.
Which Discord are you putting in the voice chat?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see when you put them through. Yeah, otherwise, also the thing with that page that I sent you guys, it's probably reverted to a 0% markup. I need you to slide that to 200 to get the accurate prices.
We don't have a slider.
Okay, so if I...
Well, the things you said were expensive.
So sorry, yeah, I actually gave Kadam the carpenter store for way cheaper than I should have done.
So for me, the top of the list is cabinet fine. It's at 30 gold pieces.
Okay, perfect. That's what it should be. Yeah. And the carpenter's tools are gone. So that's what's on there. But yeah, Mod, some of the other things you're looking for, and I'll do similar to what.
Perfume. What's this? Healer's kit, holy water. I've got hourglass, but I want to say it's a lava lamp.
So what I want is similar to what I did with Jason, asking for specific things. So each thing you're trying to find, like you can be searching the shelves for them, but roll me a D100. And if you get a 60 or above, you find that thing on the shelf. Otherwise, it's
okay. Perfume. Hey, devil's number. Get on it. Get on it. 69 for perfume.
Yep, you definitely have the perfume. And so you can purchase anything like that you find like that that's in the, the DMG or whatever at 4 times its regular cost. Sorry, 4 times? Yeah, 4 times its regular cost.
You said 200%. Shouldn't that be 2 times?
Well, 100% is a doubling. 100% markup is 2 times. Because it's plus 100%. So plus 200% is 4 times the original. Because you double it at plus 100%, then it's another 100%.
Yeah, so that's 3.
No.
You're doubling the double.
You're not. If it's 100%, then 200%.
Well, I've slid the slider up to a 200% markup, and it's quadrupled all the prices. So either their math is wrong, or
it doesn't matter. I will. I might have to not get the alchemist fire. 20, 20, 140, 240, 260. You guys keep going through 20.
Yeah. Jason, is there anything else you wanted to buy? And is there anything else anyone else wanted to buy while Mark's doing this?
I'm maxed out on money without using the party money, so...
Okay.
336.
So there are things I want to buy. I want the silk rope.
Yep. So we go.
I'm not a maxed out idiot. Didn't you say 500 gold? I only put 150 on each.
So do you want to try and barter, or do you just want to buy stuff? Like, do you want to talk to the guy, or just like?
Well, so yeah, that'd be great. I'll come inside.
Yeah.
I did want to barter though. I thought you were doing set prices. If I can roll persuasion to reduce it, that's good.
I mean,
we did kill the rock. You're welcome. Your trade can continue.
I didn't have any problems with the rock. My trade always gets through.
Yeah, they're in a cave. This is like the hidey hole.
Yeah.
They only pay for the goods when they get here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, Fizz, you come inside as these guys are, still talking. Effie's shopping, and we can do some negotiating for both you guys. I just want to do a little side bit. As you close the door behind you, you can hear. It's kind of like a. It's like a mournful, yet hopeful, ballad-like tone coming from outside where you left the young bugbear sitting, who you learned his name was Rodar. He basically blowing on the instrument he had out there, and yes, it is a saxophone. So he's playing like a slow, bluesy, kind of hopeful kind of number from outside. You seem to have definitely improved his mood. By the conversation you guys had. All right, so you'll come in, start looking around. Effie, what are you looking to buy? And stuff cheaper if you want. If you're not ready, if you're not ready, I can.
No, I'm ready.
Stuff.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you'd already done me. So yeah, I buy the perfume, healer's kit, holy water, hourglass, hunting trap, fine clothes, a 2-person tent, and some manacles.
Alright, so have I got rolls for? I need a roll for each one of those, not for just one for all of my each item. You need a roll to see if it's there.
Okay, well the first 2 have passed then.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, my lava lamp. Damn.
No Valthalen, sorry.
Oh no, that's holy water. No holy water.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just do it
Yeah,
quietly.
if you want to do these, and then I can go through what Fizz wants to buy. So yeah, Fizz, what do you want to grab? Oh, he's doing that.
It was just the rope.
Just the rope.
Cause like we got this whole ice wall. We gotta. And I'll tell him this. We're going out into the ice wall. Hell, I'll even show him the contract.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So and I'll explain that we're looking for a black rock up there. Or black ore, black metal, and I'm not sure if we're gonna have to scale that ice wall to find it.
Okay.
I'd like to buy an absurd amount of rope and all the stuff that goes to like mountain climbing.
Okay. Cool. So he will say, first he'll be a little bit taken aback, especially as he's reading a letter. And then he'll look at you again. He'll kind of peer at you like, a little bit closely.
I peer back.
And then just shake his head. Just go, okay, so look, I don't know what Robot told you, but we have been rather seriously displaced by the Empire. If you're on this quest to do anything to help fight them, excuse me a second, and he starts rummaging through the gold chest. Everyone that's already paid money can reduce what they paid down to its original price. So Kadam, you are getting a nice discount. Your carpenter tools only cost you 2 gold instead of 8. Taiji, he feels badly and he comes over and he gives you 200 gold back and tells you that the diamond's only worth 100. Right, and then like chucks in the holy symbol for free, and then he comes back and he says to Ralph and also the Effie, she's picking things out. She's like, I'll give you things at fair market value. I usually charge a huge markup because it's so far out here, but if you're going to try and help stop the Empire, it's the least I can do.
Thank you for your generosity.
Thank you so much. In that case, I can choose between these 2, and I'm holding up a health potion and an alchemist fire. I'm like, I'm gonna slowly put down the health potion and take the
Yes, yes, you can have inspiration.
Yeah.
All of that. Okay, so Yeah, let's bring all the prices back to a regular. Nope, not minus. I'll give them discounts. Let's cut them back to market price. I don't know if this will change the store prices for you, but now the fine cabinet at the top should be worth 10. If that's right, then everything else should be correct.
Speaking of which, Elfie, you need furniture in that thing of yours? Because there's a, what is it, a cupboard? Cabinet?
Yeah, there's a well-made cabinet. It seems to be made from similar wood and with similar craftsmanship as the front door. And it is, in fact, for sale. It's got a price tag on it. The price tag says 40 gold, but, obviously he's giving you that. Might be able to run you about 10.
No,
Well-
Oh, sorry, Mod, you are right. It was 3 times. I did the math wrong on the carpenter's tools. The 200% is triple.
Oh no, I'm fucked in the head.
That's right. No, I was just all good. We've got this. That is a lovely cabinet. Yeah, we can get that. And I give him 20 gold for it.
Oh, nice. He thanks you for the extra section thing. We are going to have to try and wrap this very, very soon because Jason needs to sleep. I don't see him there. Yeah, we've got it wrap. So, all right, we'll finish up the rest of our shopping off screen. And we're going to have to go tonight, folks, because Jason does have to get some sleep so he can work. Thank you very much. It's been a great session. We'll wrap some of this shopping. We'll do the next shop next week when we come back, and we'll continue on with the journey. So, thanks heaps for sticking around. It's been great.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you to all my players for bearing with me through the first town I've ever built, and never really tried to run in depth. So I think we did good so far.
Thanks for sticking around with the technical issues at the start.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks to all the raiders that joined us. You're all amazing. Thanks for hanging out.
Check out Let's Roll for Dragons on Monday for their wonderful one-shot that'll be on their YouTube channel.
Heck yeah. And of course to our regulars, thank you very much.
Thank you to Sirenscape too for all the audio.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Peace, guys.
Thanks.
We love
See
you
you
long time.
later.
Thank you.